Could they go live? There it goes.
We are live. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yosi, what did you want to talk about tonight?
Uh, so just have fun. Nothing in particular. Now, I sent
Sorry.
some links to people by email, included Robert.
Cool. Yeah, if you could share Yosi out, that would be appreciated.
Joe told me he couldn't make it because he's in a birthday party, something like that.
Who is that? I couldn't hear because he blasted.
Joe.
Oh, okay. Joe's the party man. Shh, turn it down. Where's your iPhone? I think he just disconnected his headphones, of course, as soon as you went live.
Okay, Mom.
Turn it down a little. Oh, thank you. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
He said, okay, Mom. That's like a rarity. He only does that once in a while. Hey, Howdy Garden. Who do you have come in? Yeah, let's see. I had it on the wrong one when.
We have Rebel.
Yay.
Robert. Joe.
Oh, Joe's working too. He's doing his thing, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You had Robert and Joe and Glenn just came in. Hey, Glenn. Good to see you, Glenn. Cool.
One of them is me.
It'll grow. Oh, somebody was talking about in a prepper. It was in Shadow Scout Swedes. They were talking about sanitation and garbage and stuff during shift, and like how to kind of take care of that. And they were saying, I guess that somewhere along the Gaza, they are having a problem with sanitation. Do you know anything about that and why that is? Or is it a tactic to kind of like a barricade?
They have problem with garbage because all the funds that even Israel give to the government of Gaza all go not for the people.
Oh, okay.
So the people don't have money, don't have jobs, and everything is garbage everywhere. Because
Gaza isn't shared rule. Is it under a different? Is it not under Israel? Hey,
it's under Israel, but Gaza have its own government.
Oh, okay. So that can get a little.
They received water and electric from Israel, but everything else is their responsibility.
Okay. Hey, Gail, good to see you.
Hey, sorry, I was typing away. I was in the zone right now, working on one of my books, and also I looked up. Oh crud! I'm late.
I was late too, so it's okay.
It's all right. I was having a hard time getting the link, but that's okay. Yosi and I worked it out. So yeah, we all were a little.
Thank you for coming.
How's the snow there, Gil? Do you not have any, or do you have some too? Because everybody's like, it's spring.
It's a yo-yo. It's a yo-yo. Last night, it was snowing again. I was tossing out rock salt out the back here and up to the shop so I could get to my tractor. This morning, I get up, go out there, get it to my tractor, and half the snow's gone. It's like, 8 o'clock and half the snow's gone. By noon,
warming trend.
Everything that came down last night was gone by noon.
That's a good sign. If it continues, the earth continues to warm for you, right?
Unfortunately, it's going warm, cold like that is going to screw with any plants out there. Of course, maybe I might get lucky and all the weeds will germinate and then they'll freeze.
There, that's true. That's a great way to look at it. At first, I thought you said.
I just hope they all the Russian bloom pops up and then freezes.
Yeah.
Well,
did you put it in?
If I'm there, I'm getting sick for sure.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Like when I came in today, I didn't go out like too long today, but I finally did get my amaryllis against the fence. Because I get out there and I get like frozen with what to do first. I'm going to make a list of like a flow chart or something, so I'll get more done. I want to do the archway, but today was not the day to mess with it. because I have to auger the holes in and then put the anchors down in the ground and then anchor the archway. And yeah, I didn't feel like getting the string out and getting the wood.
How big of an archway is it?
Huh?
How big of an archway?
It's not that big. It's just cumbersome. It's like, because I was lifting it up before out of a box so it wouldn't fall, like my planter box. And I don't know, how big is it? It's 52, is it the opening? It's like 40, it's like, I think 52. It's like a 48-inch opening, but it's got girth on each side. Like, you know, they're not thin. It's a nice size. Here, wait a minute. Let me just show the picture. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Plus, I didn't take the measurements today because I was like, I'm not going to do it today.
And an ugly picture's worth 10,000 words.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I can't remember who said that. Somebody said that in a movie. And he goes, "Well, we'll give you a picture. It's worth 1,000 words." And a guy looks at it, he goes, "An ugly picture is worth 10,000 words."
Gosh! No, I can't. I don't see it now. I can't get my. Hold on. Oh, I see. I opened the wrong app.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that reminds me of the other saying someone screwed up in a movie. You know, she had a face that launched 1,000 ships, and someone else goes, "Yeah, well, she had the face that sank them."
Okay, let me see. That one's not a good. There's it kind of close up, but see how you can see the gate right through it.
Right. Yeah,
That's
it's got the now are those planter boxes part of it, or was that just what it was sitting in?
No, it's just what it was sitting in, so it wouldn't fall over because it's so kind of uneven back there, and because it's not anchored, it's hollow vinyl archway.
Mm-hmm.
So big gust of wind come along and just go flop.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What? I know
It's supposed to rain here tomorrow.
Is it? I am going to use them like that though to kind of put around the bottom because I want to plant something in them that'll go up and over the archway. Okay, can I have that? It's getting into.
Planning to grow the passion fruit?
I want to grow the passion vine again. Try one for a third time. Like I can't win with passion vine. The first one is from my one of my very first videos of me in my food forest, and planting passion vine, and that one went into shock and died. It's like, well, that wasn't the tree to have it grow up, I guess.
One of the things my wife did, she shows it in the Chris's garden tour part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I built this huge arbor.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hey, Malachi.
He's tooting. Excuse me.
I planted this huge. I built this huge arbor, 16 foot long, 12 and a half feet wide, 12 feet tall on the one end and 10 feet tall on the other end, and then so it goes across. It goes up the sides and across the top, and we had grapevines planted on it and stuff.
I have a grapevine. I was wondering, like, if I plant that though, then my passion vine's out because they'll compete for the space, I would think.
What my wife did is, and we also had wisteria going on the one corner there, and so she has the wisteria growing up over, and the grapevines growing up and under. So the wisteria is supporting and shading the grapevines a little bit. And then on the one side next to the house, she has her passion vine thing growing in there in the shade, so it's protected from the hot California sun.
Okay.
And she has two plants. One is a passion something or other, and the other one is the one that the monarch butterflies love.
Oh, I have milkweed, but
it's not milkweed. It's a vine thing. It's in a pot, and it vines up, and the blossoms, and then when it blossoms, the monarchs come from everywhere and just all
like
over
a
it.
jasmine, maybe like a climbing jasmine, or
I don't know. I have to go back and look at the video and see what she calls it again.
The color.
Yeah, she's got several of the different type vining stuff and everything. She grows in the shade because it can't take the direct noonday sun.
Okay.
She has another one growing underneath up and into
Hi,
the
Josh.
wisteria tree, and which
Garden Josh, what's up?
it just absolutely loves that. You know.
Yeah. Well, I have plenty of shade, so it'll still get shade from the tree, the strangler fig. That's kind of over it. But I pushed it out to the edge of the strangler fig, so it'll still get some sunshine too to grow.
Yeah.
I like what Homestead Aquarius told you. If it rains, put out buckets and get some extra rainwater.
Yeah.
It's for your
Yeah.
plants.
Well, that's what my wife does in California. She's been, because they've been jacking up. They say use less water, so everybody use less water. Oh, we're not making enough money, so we have to increase the price of the water because we're not. And they literally said because we're not making any money. And so they jacked up the price, and then if you go over, because the baseline got jacked up, the overage got jacked up because it's a percentage of the baseline, and just so I mean, she puts buckets, trash. She has the 45-gallon trash cans all over the backyard. She puts them out and collects all the water she can, and then to keep the mosquitoes out, she puts the lid on, puts a couple drops of vegetable oil on top of the water, and then puts the trash can lid on to keep it from evaporating as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have a rain barrel that I want to still set up. It's just never went back and got the actual caps that I wanted for the top of the block because I was like, can you get me some CBS blocks and just the caps? And he brought home these huge caps for it. And I was like, I was thinking something different, but it's fine, but it's just a lot more to deal with for me to lift and move around and maneuver.
Yeah.
So, because it's as heavy as the blocks themselves. The caps that he got, the capstone is like super
Well,
big.
I live in an apartment building. It's more difficult, I guess, to collect water.
Yeah.
You have the roof. It's easy. You can put it on the gutter and put it in the bucket or something.
But does yours
It's more difficult.
shear off or no? Is it covered and it just the water shears off away from your
I'm the
balcony?
fourth floor. I have 3 floors on top of me, and
Okay.
the roof is flat.
Okay. Got it. So it's sent somewhere else. Basically, it's diverted away from your apartment.
Yeah.
Got it. It's diverted. Yeah, that's true. It's easier for us that way. You may see flying objects. But I'll try and come back if. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
He's got thank you down.
Thank me down. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know, Yos. I didn't know you couldn't even collect any. That stinks. So you don't have a way to just free water unless it's tap. And then the tap.
Not really. If I put the bucket outside of my apartment, somebody gonna take it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would happen in a certain development. Here, they have another development that's directly behind them. I know you're going to give me a hard time, aren't you? They have another development that's directly behind them that hops the fence, and this development can't leave out plants at all. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds like they'll come and take everything that's outside. Anything that's outside.
Where Bob used to live.
Well, I missed that because he's.
Sounds like where Bob used to live.
Kind of like that, but more hood than meth. More. But it's probably they're taking it for exactly that, for money, for drugs, or just to take it because their kids being, messing around, or they'll go sell it to somebody else in their neighborhood.
And then they'll go steal it from them and sell it to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back, steal it from them, go sell it to somebody else.
Probably. It does. It probably makes the rounds. They must have a way of marking their stuff so nobody takes it. He's got his slippers on that he calls ballet slippers from Passamaquoddy. Yeah. He loves her slippers. But yeah, that's all I got planted today. I was hoping to do more, but I realized I haven't messed with weed barrier in so long. I forgot how to like plant with it. Yes, I forgot to prepare the soil be underneath the weed barrier. So if I want to plant anything else, I'm going to have to get underneath it and work some stuff into it.
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
I
waiting.
slippers. Can you stop making fart noise? Please? Out of both ends of your body while I'm on a live.
I'm waiting for more soil
I
to
bet. Oh
plant
yeah.
more stuff. Yeah.
I saw that that one that Courtney had on her video. I got some at Walmart, but I think the color of her packaging for here, that one is the one that's moisture. It holds moisture better. And down here, we don't like necessarily need that because summer's coming and summer we get poured on.
Yeah.
So I got the other Pro Mix that doesn't do that. Turn it down, please.
Well, the other problem with you having summer rains, that is like a wall and the plant can like breaks
Mhm.
for the
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah, we get sheets and sheets of water, and that can happen. Like it gets to be really heavy rains. But so far, the plants that I've picked haven't done that. Except the starts will do that. If they can like drown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to direct sow what I can and get them up and going and strong before.
But I have a ton of voluntary plants
Nice out of your
around
compost.
my compost. Yeah.
That's great.
I put my compost not only and my other stuff, I put it on my avocado trees, and I have ton of peppers voluntary.
So are you transferring them out, or do you not have enough? Like, can you transfer all your peppers out into another pot, and then you've got peppers? That's your pepper pot.
I can, but I gonna leave them for now because
Okay.
they are small and they don't bother each other.
Okay.
I'm gonna experiment a little bit with it.
Yeah.
If I see they're starting to decline or something, I'm gonna transform them.
Yeah.
I even got one cucumber plant is coming up. It's big.
Yeah. How are you going to do that in your place? Are you going to like let it go up a wall or something?
Well, I'm planning to put like a screen on the opening. There is a big opening in the place that I show you in the picture.
Yeah.
So on the opening, I'm gonna put like a mesh.
I'm listening. I'm just going to stop that for a minute.
It's like a mesh, and the vine can go on top of the mesh.
Oh, that's a good idea. To put the mesh and anchor it on the opening. That's a good idea.
I need to, because it's concrete also, I need to make some holes.
Sometimes that's tricky with concrete.
Yeah, I have everything. I just need to do it.
Did we? I was just trying to get you on. There we go. You too. Okay. I know, me either. Yeah, Garden State Gardener. Hey, Star. How are you?
Hey, Star.
You like that? Saturday.
Yeah, it's early though. It's like 6, 7 a.m.
For you guys, it is with our time change.
For Star.
Yeah, he is.
It's 4:30.
Oh my gosh, that's like my hours. That's
yeah,
like,
I'm used to it by now.
I know, Mr. American Hours over there. Turn it down. Turn that down, please. I know. You're gonna play something. He this is where he does his stimming, and it's there. He'll just play a sound over and over and over again that he likes, and it's usually a loud sound. So
I don't care.
okay. It would help if I didn't have all the garbage in this room, where we could actually have. I would have one corner of it, and he would have a whole play area. But there's still boxes in here and boxes that I'm going through. Oh, there you are.
I sent you the link by email.
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna hold on.
Yeah.
Yep, if you want to come up, Bob, go ahead and come up. I am trying to get it copied. I thought I shared you out earlier, but I don't know if I did with everything going on.
It's okay. We have 9 people here.
That's great for a Saturday night, because Saturday nights can be kind of slow going.
Yeah, I know.
Now, so I guess where Star is at, he's in that part of India where it's a half hour off.
Yeah.
Yeah, from everyone else goes an hour block. His is on half hour blocks.
I
Whatever.
never understood that. I never understood that.
And there's someplace else. In Australia has an area, one area that's a half hour off from the rest as well, I believe. So Australia is weird the way they're laid out and their zones are at.
Well, Al have his own time zone even.
Yeah, that's so confusing to me how they like some of those time zones. Just to round it off to a whole hour is fine, but get into any of that lost me.
Yeah.
You totally lost me. And then you go in Shadow Scout Suite and he's got everybody from like everywhere, and they're all on different time zones. But he's got a lot of Europeans.
Same thing with Chris too.
Yeah, and Chris Wyatt too. But usually a lot of them are South Africa, and then you've got maybe a few Brits.
And then he has a few from Germany.
Oh, I forgot about the Germany people. Yeah. That's true. Yep. Forgot about the Germans.
Then he has all of us dumb Americans, all 4 or 5 time zones
That's
there.
true. All our time zones. That's true.
Well, the US is so big.
Yeah. It might not be anymore once California and Florida just fall off. Like, I think that's kind of the plan. It's just.
I want to wait until after my wife moves here and we sell the California.
Oh, yes. I mean, after
big bucks, and we once we get paid for it, then it can fall off.
Yeah. Well, you better do it before 2030, because you won't own anything then. No one will. So I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work out. I don't want to know, actually. But they're always threatening to cut off Florida during, elections. They put that out. Yeah. They put it out because we're like a blue and a red state. Just like other places, like the cities, we have Broward County that heads to the Fort Lauderdale, and then we have Miami.
We have a special guest here.
That's awesome.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, he's muted.
He's doing something if he's muted. Probably got up here and the dog started barking or something.
Or the frogs.
Or the frogs. Or the snapping turtles started to come out of their eggs.
Or he was flushing. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Right.
That one just popped in the back of my head and it fought its way out.
He can hear us now, and his muted thing is off, so stop. But we can't hear him. Are you there, sir? Captain. Might be sneezing. Bada bing. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
The sun's still up there.
Coming this evening.
That's weird. The sun's not up. Okay,
Yossi.
Yeah,
Where's my bread? Where's my bread and cookies?
Yeah.
It was Saturday. I did it all.
You ate it all? Oh, okay.
Too slow, Bob. You should have gotten there sooner.
Darn it. I was expecting a punch in the eye and getting some bread and a cookie.
But I have this.
Ooh.
What do you got there?
Oh, that's nice.
Werther's Originals.
Nice.
Ooh.
That looks a lot better than organic zinc lozenges. Blah. I like
That's
yours
That's cappuccino flavor.
All right.
Oh, that is way better. I'm trying not to do milk.
Homestead Aquarius is what it's right on.
And what is it better? It's no sugar, sugar free.
Oh, see,
Mhm.
now I would eat too many and probably then be on the
The only
potty.
thing I have to suck on is some secrets.
Those are gross.
I have
I cannot do sucrets anymore. My
I
mom
have
used to get those.
ice cream in the freezer. Yeah.
Oh, God. I would love
I'm gonna
some.
go. I'm gonna go take it out, let it unthaw a little bit. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. We haven't heard from him, Q. Not sure what's going on. He came up and
And just muted again. Now unmuted. He may be having problems with his microphone.
Yeah, I think so.
or the settings, maybe.
Yeah. When you said Malachi was making those fart sounds,
Mm-hmm.
a song popped in my head. You know, I'll get a song and I'll change the words to it. Remember that one? Can you hear my body talk? Can you hear my body fart? Body fart.
Gosh. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's just little boys in general.
You remember when Blue used to make the news, and she tell us about the poop sound that somebody
Oh yeah, when Blue would do
every
it.
child
Gosh, some of
like
those stories.
Siri poop, and it was the sounds coming up.
Hey, can you
Are
hear
you
us
there?
now,
So
Captain? I wonder if he's getting bad signal because of the
the
storms.
storms, yeah.
I wonder
Well,
too.
the geomagnetic storm KP index is dropping. So,
Well, that's good. But what I mean, the ones that blew Mississippi away.
oh
That
yeah,
was
that was insane.
horrible.
Hey,
Yay!
Pastor McQuarrie.
Oh, St. Passamaquoddy reminds me. I was I changed over to coconut milk, coconut cream, and I sent her a picture of how thick the cream was at the top of the can because she makes
Yeah.
curries and stuff. It's yummy. I'm putting it in my coffee instead of regular cream now.
It's good for bacon.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to do better. Do better
Some
with the
dried
inflammation.
pineapple from Cebu City.
Ooh,
Yeah, Cebu. Sagbao.
I thought they eat it upside down.
Be back in a second.
No, my pineapple does not go upside down.
no upside down pineapples. Yep, those are dangerous. I like the kind that's Captain.
Can you hear me this time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
God, that's
What
bad.
happened?
Somebody out there must not want me coming up here on this panel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the other captain. Maybe it's Wilson.
Yep.
Wilson did something.
Wilson, I
You're
never
big.
trusted that Wilson. He's kind of
Yeah, it
shifty.
might be Wilson.
He's
Doesn't
kinda
want you
he's
talking to your
sneaky.
teammates.
Wilson's sneaky. Watch him.
yeah. There's somebody sneaky. There's somebody sneaky.
Yes, please. Turn it
All
down.
right, I got something better to eat.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sitting over here crinkling papers too. Y'all got all these snacks over here. You can't see what I got.
Mm.
I
Right?
What
have-
do you got there? What do you got there, Holmes?
Listen.
It's a secret.
It's all wrapped up real nice like. You don't know what it is.
This is good. Oh man,
We
that's
could
delicious.
guess it would be wrong though because I'm the only female on an all male panel. I won't say it.
There's my nutty buddies. I got nutty buddies.
I love you, Carol.
Thanks, Bob. Love you too.
Nutty buddies, right?
Well, that's right. I forgot about the nutty buddies.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, this is irresistibly good. Oh, yummy. Mm-mm.
So from earlier, here Yossi is living in basically the headquarters for three major religions.
Mhm.
And in each one of those major religions, it would be considered a crime to tax rain. Bless his heart, he's going to get taxed if he collects rainwater.
I did
Is that
not.
what I was hearing?
What?
Well, it is basically illegal to do it yourself,
Oh,
but you can pay the government to put on a system to collect water.
Got to get to anytime you get government in between you and God's blessings, it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like love and money. Love
They
and money.
want their shekels.
I'm willing to bet that some people got hold of some IBC totes or something, put them on their roof, collected the water, and then it collapsed into their house.
Well, not here because everything is concrete.
Concrete.
Well, this concrete still has a limit of how much weight you can put on it.
Yeah.
If you had like 10 of those IBC totes at 300 gallons each at 8.8 pounds per gallon.
Well, it's not my problem. I live in the first floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad for you guys. Does the government do something with the storm drain or the rainwater that washes into the streets? Do they do something with it? Is that
They
do they
usually
clean it?
purified because
Uh-oh.
the rainwater and the sewer is connected.
Oh, okay.
So then they take the sewer water and clean it for plants. For every farmer that use that type of water that was storage water received refund
Okay.
for using that.
Okay. They already have an interest in it then. That's why
Yeah.
they want to put tendrils out there and yeah, I get it.
They even have the system to purify seawater.
Yeah, desalinization plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, Israel has some massive desalination plants over there. That's a big thing over there.
Encourage farming and feed the population.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we have to invade all this stuff because we don't have enough natural sweet water here in Israel.
I see. Yeah.
There's a lot of places here in the U.S. that forbid you to collect rainwater, tax you, make it illegal, everything like that. And I never could find any way to make it make sense of any decency to the people, because once you use the water after you collected it, it continues to flow. It flows back into the system. It flows back into the ground.
Yeah.
A lot of the problem with that came from the environmental warrior tree huggers saying, "Oh, the water needs to flow freely so it can wash everything out and keep the ecosystem going and stuff." When people collect it, it's no longer in the system. They convince the politicians of that.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
Here in Washington State, where it rains every day, it's against the law to collect your own rainwater, but people do it anyway, man.
It's nothing but another revenue stream and control control point for the government over the people, and that's all of it.
So they can sell. If you want to collect it, I would guess you have to buy a permit from the state or exactly.
In a big city, it's more difficult to hide it. But if you have like a popularity of few thousand, it's more easy to hide it.
Mm.
My girl, look at my girl down here. That's McQuarrie. She is right there getting that bulk order of Nutty Buddies coming. I'm sorry, I just running flapping gums now. I got to salute that.
Well,
Got to
you
salute.
change some people after you shout.
I remember a lesbian I worked with for years at Boeing, and her name was Shelley. And Washington State said, "Yeah, you can't collect your own rainwater anymore. It's against the law." And I remember I went over to her, visit her at her house once, and she's still got her rain barrel there, and she just dips her flower pot, watering can in there. And I said, "Aren't you worried, Shelley? Somebody's gonna arrest you?" And she's just like a typical lesbian. F them. F them, Bobby. They want to come get my water. Go ahead,
Well, it's not illegal until they cut you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There is a
Well,
nurse.
the other reason why they want to make it illegal is because of the mosquitoes. Because people they had big barrels, open top barrels and stuff. They're worried about mosquitoes and West Nile virus.
Yeah, but there was plenty of way to avoid that, like putting a very very tight mesh on top of the pipe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like my wife is using 45-gallon barrels from Home Depot and Ace Hardware, and she puts the lid on. Problem solved right there. She goes to use it. She pulls the lid off, dips her bucket in, closes it back up so birds can't poop in it, and uses the water. But I guess some people aren't smart enough to say, well, you got to keep a lid on it.
Well, some people have the problem if you put in a lid on it, you cannot collect the water.
Well, I mean, so when it starts raining, she'll pop it off and she'll have it from the gutters over and stuff. But the other thing too is we were collecting for the IBC totes, and the IBC tote has a 2-inch iron pipe thread in the cap. So we just piece of PVC pipe over to the drain gun, and down it goes and fills up.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing for a lot of people that may be in that same situation. It's something I've talked about before, and I need to make a video just on that, I guess. But if they will garden and manage their property in a natural way, it's hard to do in suburbia. I get it. In a lot of parts, especially where there's HOAs and everything. But if they will do things the way nature does it, and have lots of organic material in their soil,
bingo.
When it rains, and I've got things here built into my soil. When it rains, it soaks into all of that wood, and some places it's feet deep. Okay, and it's just breaking down, turning into soil. But when it rains, it hits all that and it soaks it up like a sponge and keeps it forever. My stuff here will a lot of times stay green for a long time. In droughts and stuff, because it's got the water. It's got its own private water source right there. That's the beauty of hugelkultur. Anywhere that you've got wood that you can incorporate into your soil, it's amazing. Even pieces of bark worked into bark and rotting soil that's worked into your soil, even in containers, works tremendously well to help with that. Uh, and you know what you could really do? You could put out all kinds of little water gardens. You know, you can do things to help us catch some of that runoff. Again, I'm along the lines of your friend there, Bob. We got
Mm-hmm. I
got
hear
to
you.
do something else.
I hear you. Well, the wood I use is chipped up paper and throw it out on the grass in the backyard. The worms eat it, and the worms are pooping out pure castings everywhere out there in the back. It's green. It's natural plants. Leave it alone. And like the front yard of this place is dead because the
Hmm.
neighbors used to put that weed and feed stuff on there, and
Oh,
all the earthworms are dead. There's no life in there, and I'm not going to use that stuff, the front or the back. Just leave it
yeah.
alone. Like today, I had some dandelions that I didn't like. I went out there with a chisel, popped them out of the ground. The lawnmower sucked them up, and they're gone. You know, leave it alone. Nature keeps a perfect balance.
Yeah.
Where my neighbor right next to me, yeah, he's going to have the green lawn and all that, and he put the fertilizer out there, the pellets and all that. And it's like, okay, go ahead, dude. You know, that's your
Well, I know how
place.
you feel about them dandelions, but
Hmm.
nature's trying to bring some balance to your soil
Yeah.
with the dandelions because
Hmm.
every seed will only germinate and do well in the correct environment,
Hmm.
and um, dandelions will only germinate and do well in compacted soil. It's that uh,
Yeah.
bacteria dominated, almost dead compacted soil, and
That's how the
that's
front is. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, that's where the dandelions come in and bust up the soil and get some aeration
Hmm.
and getting the organics down in the ground. That's one of their main jobs. Um,
Yeah.
but
I just.
along the lines of the water, I thought about this, and this might help Yossi, might help other people. But this guy next door to me, I've heard about some of your neighbors, Bob, and I've had some terrible ones here. This guy
Mm-hmm.
next door to me was a psychopath, and
Oh.
amongst a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay,
Hmm.
terrible guy. But I learned something from him. Okay, I'm over here being good citizen. I get a certain amount of gallons of water that I can use each month and get paid and pay the minimum amount of bills, like 1,700 gallons, something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I use on average 150 or less. Most of the time, it's less than 100 gallons a month. Okay, I don't use that
Yeah.
much water, and it shocked me the other day when I looked at my bill and I saw that, and it shocked me about 6 months ago when they actually called me. The water department called me to make sure that I was okay over here and still lived here.
Mm.
I said, no, why? He said, because
Really?
our water meter hasn't moved. Like, well, I don't use a lot of water. Are you sure that you're there? Is the meter working correctly? Like, yeah, I'm here. I mean, well, just run a few gallons through the meter and let's see or run a few gallons. Let's see if it's working. And so I did. And I said, okay, well, it shows up now. It just didn't trip it over yet. Like, okay, thanks. So
Mm.
anyhow, I've been doing all that, but my neighbor that thank God he's moved on now, but he gamed every possible part of the system and was extremely wasteful for no reason, just being hateful for everything. And I saw
Hmm.
him out there filling up his pool, and this pool that he made anyhow, he made his ex and the mother of his child buy that for him because he's there getting child support. Okay,
Okay.
it's just a terrible guy, right? Made her buy him that pool, but anyhow, he's filling it up, and he had just dumped it out not long ago. I'm like, what are you doing? because I'm refilling my pool. I was like, you just dumped it out. He said, yeah, but I get a minimum. You know, they'll charge me for 1,700 gallons if I use it or not. So I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
So that's how he did his pool.
I see.
And that makes me think anybody that's got that kind of deal, you have your own storage system, build your own storage system, and crank up the maximum amount that they will let you have, and store it, keep it replenished, and keep it circulated through. And so you always have at least that amount of water storage on hand. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
One
to
of the things
check
that
if we in Israel have the minimum liters that you need to use. I don't think so, because the system is completely different here. But I'm gonna check it. If there is, that makes a lot of sense to use that water instead of paying without using.
Yeah, I agree. Might as well use it.
Yeah, one of the things here where I'm at, our city water is unlimited, but just about everybody has irrigation water besides. So hardly they don't use except for a few people who are watering their lawns don't use much of the city water because they have irrigation water for watering stuff. But something Robert said made me think about soil and stuff, made me think about what's going on with my wife in California there. Back in November, the Martinez refinery, got the article up here, had a release of chemicals back on the November 24th and 25th, and a lot of the catalysts from the cracking towers got out into the air. Now, generally, as far as my wife can remember and everything else, that the wind was not blowing towards our house at that time; it was blowing a different direction. So the house there in California should be safe. But the county health officials put out this recommendation that area residents are not to consume fruits or vegetables grown in soil exposed to the substances released last November until soil testing is complete and the results have been received and evaluated. So you're going to tweak them there. Avoid potential concerns. To avoid the potential concerns, county health officials recommended local gardeners replace the top 12 inches of exposed soil prior to growing plants. Well, all the rain they've had, anything that was on there in November has been washed down in probably 3 or 4 feet by all the rain they've had there in California. And anyways, but my wife was thinking, just as a precaution, because generally every time the refinery has something, where our house is in the wrong direction from the wind, and we've never had any contaminants hit our house before. So, but she has 8 inches or so of wood chips all over the front garden and the back garden. Well, she was thinking about raking off 6 inches worth, putting them in one of the recycling bins for organic waste, and getting rid of it. And she has more coming, more wood chips being delivered, so she's just going to replace it with more new wood chips. But the thing is, though, it's and they won't come out to where we're at to test. Oh, you're on a low priority. We'll get around out there, before the program's over. So she can't even get them to come out there to test, to find out if she even has to clean off that top stuff.
I would just press on like normal,
Yeah, but
the heck with them.
She doesn't want to, because she brings a lot of stuff up here to the grandbabies. She doesn't want to, have that problem. She gives a lot of the food away that she grows because the trees are producing so much. So she, rather than throwing it away, she gives it away to people. And she doesn't want to worry about a liability on that. So she's arguing with the county health and the advisory committee that was set up for this to say, hey, we need to get these guys out here to test our neighborhood because there's a whole bunch of gardens in that neighborhood and they're not testing them. But, yeah. But anyway, yeah, she has a lot. I mean, she has, for the last 5 years, she's been getting a load of wood chips delivered every year and uses that out there, as well as she picks up bales of rice straw from the construction companies. When during the wintertime, they use it for mud control, erosion control. They'll stake it down, and once spring comes and the winter's over with, anybody who wants those bales, they go talk to the foreman. They'll throw them in their truck or whatever for them. They take them because they got to get rid of them. They'd rather have someone take it for free rather than paying to dispose of it.
Rice straw?
Rice straw. There's a lot of rice.
Heard of it.
There's, instead of wheat straw or hay straw or alfalfa straw, it's rice because the rice grows, like it's a grass. It grows up, and after they take all the rice off.
Yeah.
Now, rice straw is,
Yeah.
it's a little bit lighter color than wheat straw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen that and I'm like, what in the world is that? It's too like tan color, real light color to be like hay or normal straw, so it's rice straw.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty neat to know.
Yeah.
And rice straw is not going to take over and control everything.
Nope.
Seed heads, anything that's left, that's pretty neat.
And it breaks down nice and everything else too. So, and rice straw is also cheaper to buy. That's why the construction companies buy it over the other straws, because it's a lot cheaper.
Here's the thing: with so many industrial plants going up and so much like storms of pollution that we've had and toxic spills, I'm starting to think that they're trying to terraform the United States to a more toxic country's standard so that they can move over here and, feel at home. Getting bad. It is getting very bad.
I know Garden Girl. I was just checking here. You still have that. You should have that $10 Amazon gift card in your Proton mail. I like that. Amazon tells me when someone actually they actually accept the gift cards. I know when they accept it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because right now it says sent, and when they actually take it and enter it into the account, it says received.
Yeah, I'm in sponsoring a challenge. You can say that of making a dish for something you grow yourself in the garden, like from the garden to the plate. And the winner is gonna get a $25 gift card of Amazon.
Right on.
I need to still make this video announcing it.
Now, have you talked to John about that yet? Are you talking about sponsoring it? Okay, you talked to him. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people that wanting to do things, and we want to make sure that everything is done the right way and things are handled right. So that's good. As long as you've done that, that's perfect.
Yeah, I talked to him before the season even started.
There you go. That's going to be awesome. There's folks who's got some great ideas, and this is my 5th year, right? We're going into year number 5 here.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for them new ideas.
Yeah. You're getting dry there.
I believe I am going to jump down off of here
Okay,
and
thank you for coming.
fetch me up some popcorn and sit back and relax a little bit. Uh, let you good folks entertain me.
Okay. All right, Robert.
All right. Well, y'all be good. Thanks for having me up, yo.
Thank you for
Take
coming.
care.
Well, Yossi. The heck you been up to, young man? Staying out of trouble?
Nothing much. Yeah. Staying at home, basically.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
You cannot get in trouble if you're staying home.
That's true. Yeah, I just been doing gardening today, yard work, and different things. Oh, here's somebody on Skype. Who's this?
Someone who wants your money.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably they're probably going to say, "Do you have money you need to invest?
Yeah.
We can help you double your money in
This
our
one,
pockets."
this one might be a real genuine person, because most of the time they start off with do you own, how many cars do you own? Do you Skype scammers, Carol? I got one.
Oh, they're fun.
One that contacted me yesterday, but she might not be a scammer. She might be a real person, So we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, like here we have in YouTube some of the ads that go, this ad is only if you have this much of money each month in your account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty
when it comes to
smart.
scams, right now, my one email here. Let's see. I got 2 emails that went to my spam folder.
Wow.
From AT&T, one from Craftsman Hardware, and one from T-Mobile, and they all have the exact same confirmation number as the subject line. Gee. Yeah, coming from this group or whatever is sending all these out under all these fake names.
Yeah.
The same confirmation number. That's genius.
Yeah.
Same call center in Bangladesh.
Yeah. I guess numbers aren't that universal, so they couldn't make up new ones.
Yeah, that's how. Most of them on Skype. Most of them on Skype are in Ghana, in Africa, and they're those are
a lot of Africa on Facebook, but not. I don't think Chris's people Africa. Like people, yeah.
And one thing I can tell in these emails right off the bat, 2 things jump out. One, if they started out with dearest, I get a lot of dearest so and so, I'm in so and so, I need this, that. It's like, but the other one is the English is so friggin' bad on it.
Yeah.
Delivery condition of your package are not met.
Now this one, she says she contacted me yesterday, and she says she's from China.
Oh, well,
which is cool. I've talked to people, Chinese nationals, a number of times.
Yeah.
But she just asked me a weird question. Well, yesterday she asked me, "Am I a Trump or a Biden supporter?" And I said,
"What?"
And I said, "No politics, please."
Yeah, we don't do that. Thanks.
Yeah, and then she just now asked me, "Do I use water filters?" So that's kind of like
so bizarre.
Let's see where this goes.
Do I use water filters?
Mhm.
We have this new
Only when I
light
taste
straw
them.
water filter for you, Bob. It's
Mhm.
good for 20,000 gallons of water.
Yeah,
This
just
little itty bitty straw.
give me your full name and address and your
Yeah, I'll
routing
send it to
number
you.
for your checking account, and we'll send you the information that you need.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
No, I believe Passamaquoddy. No, I think you're a strategist, Passamaquoddy. I meant it as like a compliment. I hope you know that. I meant it as a total. I wish I could figure that out, how to do little bulk orders here and there.
Shawnee
our stuff.
Shave, who's that?
Yeah, Shawnee
Oh,
Shave.
yeah.
She's in different ones with us.
Okay,
Yeah.
solid person then, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. She's a member of either one or both my channels. I forget which.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually find her over on Gil's. So that means Gil probably shared.
And I
yours.
picked I think I picked her up from either Joe or Courtney.
Probably. I think Joe had her first because she used to be in Joe's a long time ago. So then that might be too where she came from, was Joe's and Yossi's and Joe's a lot.
Yeah. But her comments on my Your Prep for Today, some of them are absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh wow, you got to tap maple trees?
Oh yes, cool.
That's very cool.
Right on.
That's sweet.
It's hot for called a pot is supposed to be. Oh, specific for pots. Neat.
Oh, so you mean for grafting or for starts for cherry trees? Or,
No, for maple.
trees? Mhm.
Maple, she's saying they learned how to tap them for maple syrup.
Oh, okay.
Where they put either the drill or they drive the little wedge thing in there. The little thing comes out and hang the bucket on it, and the sap comes out and drip, drip, drip.
I thought she said tap or top, not tap. Okay, tap. Yeah, that makes sense. I know what that is. Yeah.
Tony is also in the
Right on.
collective array. How do you say that? Is that a word you made up, Q?
For which one? Oh, the collective. The collective is the team of the weight loss challenge.
Oh, collective. Okay, it was the R that threw me. It was just an oops. That's all. Okay. Cool. Very good. I'm finally back down below what I had off before because I had put on when Mom's birthday came around. I checked my phone because I'll take pictures to keep track of my weight, and I thought it was Christmas that did it. It wasn't. It was my mom's birthday to put it on. I put on the 4 pounds around her birthday, but that's understandable. I've got stuff and celebrated her, so. But like you said too, I'm okay. I need one of those professional scales because the digital, I don't know. Sometimes like.
Yeah,
no
digital scales and all that. Nothing beats a good balance arm scale.
Yeah.
Like you take the weight, you slide it over, and the one goes clunk, clunk, clunk to positions, and you tap the other one over.
Oh, are you getting too tired, Yos? It's okay. Like, she's like just yawning. People don't know that it's like, what, 5 now? 5 something there?
Yeah. 5:10.
Yeah. Even though he's adjusted to our hours, his body maybe hasn't all the way. Have you been sleeping? Like doing okay sleeping wise?
Yeah, I slept. Yeah, slept okay last night. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Usually on Saturday I sleep well.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any electricity. I don't have my phone or my laptop, so
you can rest like it says to, right?
Yeah.
Just rest.
Oh, this is so funny. On the other computer, someone makes a comment on one of my videos. I sometimes I'll go in if it, check the email. If it looks like a really good one, I'll go ahead and reply directly into the video on stuff. Especially if I want to post, pin it. An ad. So the video for my vanilla extract is a 2-minute video. I have a ad here on it. It's a 1 hour and 5 minute ad.
What?
Oh,
that popped up here. And that's
That's
part of that
cool.
that talk show guy, Jason Wilcox. So it's showing part of his talk show as part of the ad.
That's messed
It's
up.
like, okay, I'm not messing with that computer. Go ahead and play that YouTube. I'll take the money from that.
Wow. That is so crazy. Yeah, but it's like how many people actually are going to do that unless they play it like you're like on a separate
Yeah.
account and let it just roll.
And this is Jason Wilcox does a lot of sports stuff. His stuff is sports. Right now he's doing basketball. Doing college basketball right now.
Oh, Bob's got it. Yum. Swallow that bowl. That looks good. Actually, I'm not. It looks good, but it doesn't for me right now. I haven't had.
Yeah.
I only had a little dairy, and then I cut myself off, and I did coconut milk, coconut cream. Somebody's like, you can put that in the freezer. So I'll listen to that wise person.
Is there a coconut industry there in Florida, Carol?
I don't know if there's an industry for it because a long time ago we had Royal Palms that lined Royal Palm Boulevard in Boca Raton on the way to the Boca Raton Hotel, and they got a disease that took quite a few of them out.
Oh no!
So I'm sure we have a lot of palm diseases. So I'm not sure if we do or not.
I know that there's some
A lot of the
areas on Florida that got wild palms that produce coconuts here and there, but I don't know of a farm doing it.
Yeah, I don't know of a farming industry just in coconuts.
Okay.
They do like more permaculture farms where people own their land and they'll put coconut trees on them. But if you have little kids and stuff, you put them far away from your house because that's a bowling ball that could fall on their head.
Yes, that happens, especially during typhoons or hurricanes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of that's why we never got one. We have a palm, but it's not a coconut palm, and it's in the middle of our strangler fig tree. It's surprising.
Have you ever grown a date palm? Have you ever?
No, but I was watching Israel grows them, and that's like one of the signs that actually the Messiah will return when the lands actually are fruitful. And it was showing how fruitful Israel had become. And then it was talking about, it's actually Q had sent me the video, and it was talking about the red heifers that they do. I guess they have 3 and they're maturing 3 red heifers for rebuilding the temple. They've got one. I think it had at that time when they made the video, they had like 1 more year, but I didn't check the date on the video. That would have been helpful. So, but they do. I haven't seen them grown here either. It's more of like a Mediterranean thing, I think, with the dates.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Sahara and the Mediterranean do the dates.
We do think that dates can tolerate humidity.
Yeah, I don't think they can either. I don't think they like a lot of rain. They come out better with the drier conditions.
That's why they probably thrive in North Africa, where it's very, very dry, or Spain or someplace like that. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And we do have though a palmetto, saw palmetto industry for, like supplements. People go out and pay, and it's for supplements. It's for, I think, men for their prostate is what it's well known for.
I remember that there was those palmetto plants all over Florida when I was there when I was a kid. Do they do anything with the plants as far as because I know they're very fibrous. I was wondering if maybe they have a business for that or,
Haven't seen any, but I can always look into it. I don't know that one for sure. I was glad Tammy had sent me Broward County in April is doing their plant sales, but I was going to look up the one in Palm Beach because I knew it was coming around, and they're having theirs end of April, May. So I can't wait for that, but that's dangerous. That's like Broward's is called the now it just went on my brain. It's like the Tropical blah 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 Food Council. It's like Rare Fruit and Food something council. I can never remember the name of it.
Hmm.
But we have an extension service that has the same sale up at Mounts Botanical up towards West Palm Beach. That's usually, I'll go there for that one. I would drive to Broward. It's just easier to go to the Mounts Botanical because I can make stops along, pick up things.
What's the largest food production in Israel, Yossi? What does Israel grow there?
They used to grow a lot of oranges,
Mhm.
but most of everything that Israel produces for outside of the state,
Oh,
like a lot of cucumbers, tomatoes,
mm,
watermelons. Yeah, a lot of fruit of the orange family, like lemons and stuff like that.
okay. So
Even nuts. We produce a lot of nuts.
most of it's for export to other countries is
Yeah,
you get more money that way. Yeah,
yeah,
makes sense. It's like most of the food that's grown here in the States is for export, like the corn and soybean and all that.
And what's weird is I don't know if Israel does the same thing as they do here in the States. We will raise meat and produce, sell it to another country, and then import it from another country for less.
Hmm.
So we're exporting it and then buying it cheaper from another country and importing it back to the United States.
Mhm.
we don't have enough land to produce like cow meat and stuff like that. But I guess chicken meat we do, and ducks and stuff like that. But we don't produce like beef or pork. Actually, it's illegal to have like a pork farm here in Israel.
Mm.
Hmm.
Is there a market in Israel for goats?
Yeah,
Oh, there
sheep,
is sheep. Oh, okay,
sheep more than goat. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
but usually everything is bringing from another country, like Uruguay, Argentina,
Mm.
um, even Paraguay, Brazil, South America. Basically, produced all the meat.
For you guys.
Yeah,
Got
Yeah.
it.
hmm
I was just thinking. Oh, I was trying to open something to get the name. Sorry, I flaked out. Boop. Saw something on my phone and just had a Rare Fruit and Vegetable Council of Broward County. That's what it's called. They're having a big sale in April, but they have I stay in their group in Facebook. I don't get in it much though, but they have a lot of tropical, like the old school gardeners that know about all the different tropical plants and stuff. But I just haven't tapped into them in a while. I was thinking I need to get back to it now that I'm getting my yard back into growing. Just couldn't do that when Mom was still with me, but yeah.
yeah. If you produce like beef, you need to have a lot of land
A
to
great
do
deal.
that.
Yeah, you do. I agree. Although I don't know how much Deep South has. They use the smaller cows though. They're not. I don't think it's a Jersey. It's a cross. No, the Jersey are the bigger ones, right? Jersey are the old-fashioned white with the black.
Yeah,
What are these?
oh,
They're a
well-
small brown one that he's got. It's a real.
I saw a lot of Brahmas when I was in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
there
The
is Angus, but Angus is big.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're big. Mhm.
yeah, they're big. I think
A
we have
lot of
them
them here.
in northern Florida, maybe,
Mhm.
like the larger ones.
There used to be a lot of farmers in Washington grew Herefords also. Have you ever seen those cows? They're big, but they seem to have gone out of favor because the market was looking more for Black Angus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and
It was the big.
It was a marketing thing, saying,
Mhm.
"Oh, Black Angus meat is so much better."
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the-
There is the big cow that you see a picture of something like go to the gym, like the cow go to the gym, all the muscles and everything.
Mhm.
It looks like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the,
Buffalo. We had buffalo down here past McQuaddy said she saw a farm down here with buffalo on it.
Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I got to get out.
Buffalo is very good for the
I haven't seen that.
milk.
Mm.
It's more rich than cow milk.
So is their meat,
And
I think. Their meat seems more rich. Like, because I
the
can't get it.
true mozzarella come from buffalo milk.
Oh, that's why it's called buffalo mozzarella.
Well, be darned. I didn't know that.
I'll be darned.
Hmm.
So now I wonder if they get mad when you call it buffalo mozzarella, the people who actually make buffalo mozzarella, like the people who make that cheese that got all upset and were like stewing that they could, Gruyere. The people
I
from
guess.
Gruyere were suing and saying,
Yeah.
no, the cheese has to come from Gruyere to call it Gruyere cheese. And America's like, no, that ain't gonna fly here because we have our own Gruyere cheese that we make. Tastes pretty similar.
yeah, well, champagne, for it to be labeled champagne, has to come from the French town of Champagne, or that area of the country. They won their lawsuit years ago, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Wow. Probably had more
So-
money.
yeah, so I would suspect that if they keep pressing it, they will wind up winning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if they find the right people to bribe because it's been going on for a while.
Yeah,
And they
because
said
there's already precedent of it. If it's named for an area, it has to come from that area to have that name on it.
yeah, that's probably why they thought they had it in the bag, but didn't happen. Didn't happen. And they said it had been going on for quite a while. Like this was a case that had been going on and on. So I don't know how they argued it, but they argued against them and said no in the United States. Probably because corporations knew who to pay off. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the corporate biggies like Kraft and all them. They're not
Yeah,
gonna-
some judge got a new private Cessna jet and
maybe a yacht, maybe a new yacht.
new yacht, you know,
Mhm.
and one of those cigarette boats.
Possibly. That's so cool. I would like to see buffalo here. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know we have like an elephant rescue that I've never seen either. That's in Florida somewhere. Yeah, I'd heard about it and looked it up a long time ago. In fact, I should look it up and see where that is. If it's still even, I don't know if it's still even existent. In existence, I mean.
So how does this work? Because I don't see elephant in the wild in Florida. So how?
It's probably it's called an
possibly-
elephant sanctuary. Hold on.
So one's from the circuses, from zoos that can no longer keep them,
Yeah.
private owners that had them, and they say, all right, we got to get rid of it because they buy a small elephant and they it got too big and they
Pretty much. I
Probably.
think so too. Let's see. Home. Bring elephants home. What is this? They might just be a stopover too, that they come here before they go. Let me see. No, this one is United States under I don't know. Hold on. Visit us yoga retreat. This looks like I grabbed the wrong one. Well, because they say they have a headquarters in Thailand. Yeah, those pictures are definitely not Florida. Those are mountains. So that's maybe it's not around anymore.
Maybe they moved to Thailand.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe they did. Cheaper,
Mhm.
cheaper. Everything there.
That's a big tourist attraction in Thailand. Is the elephant rides?
Oh my goodness. No, they do have it. What? They have one in Mayaka, Florida.
Hmm.
But it's called an elephant ranch. Oh, it's not. I don't know if it's a rescue. I hope it's a rescue.
So maybe it's only the name.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they have elephants. No, it is a nonprofit conservation center. Miyaka. It's called Miyaka Elephant Ranch. Let's see. It's a nonprofit conservation center. From tusk to tail, we strive to educate our guests on elephant conservation while providing a memorable once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Mhm.
Doesn't say where they get their elephants, but the one looked pretty darn old. Oh, here, let me see. Frequently asked questions. But yeah, that is kind of wild, though, to think of elephants in Florida on a ranch. But that's a thing.
Well, elephant is a very amazing animal.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yes, they are.
have like teeth. It's very similar like a shark. They always change their teeth
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
until a certain age, and they cannot eat anymore.
Hmm. That's awful.
Oh, yeah. I recall in 2004 when that tsunami hit Thailand and all over Southeast Asia. Tells you how smart they are, the elephants.
Mhm.
The tourist elephants took off and they ran for the mountains. And here's the people like, what the heck? What's going on? Why are they leaving? And they knew something was wrong and they ran for their lives. They probably could hear it far better than we could, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was followed by the Thai people, because the Thai people saw the elephants and the other wildlife going. They're running for their lives. And then the tourists were like, get a picture, Herman.
Yeah. One of the things that makes elephants so successful in Africa is they can feel the rain from miles away.
Mm.
Really?
That's
I didn't know
wild.
that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's those big
They can
ears they
smell
have.
it, they can feel it, and they can censor it.
Wow.
Do you suppose that their feet are sensitive to the impact of the rain? And
Yeah.
it could be something. Yeah, it makes sense.
And
there's
flash
only
floods
Gainesville.
make a low vibration noise which travels, and elephants can hear low vibration noise
Yeah.
very, very well.
Yeah,
They
that was
talk to each other by low
Feral
frequency.
elephants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we can't even hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Hey,
what
Barry.
that started that
Barry,
tsunami.
what's up?
Was a landslide
something up.
off the coast of Indonesia. They probably could hear all that seismic activity, and then like, uh-oh, water's moving. Let's go.
Yeah.
Mary must have come in when I was reading the thing about elephants. I read that it said that they got one elephant as a young elephant because it was orphaned in the 80s when they were culling elephants. And then the other two, they bought them out of the entertainment industry to retire them there to the conservation grant. And it's basically you can go visit.
They used to have wild elephant in Florida.
What do you mean? No wild ones? I don't think so.
No.
200, 300 years ago.
I don't think so. We have Lion Country Safari, which is like a open park that probably they have them. They look like they're in the wild, but no, it's like a zoo, but you can drive around in your car on pavement.
Can Barry come up on the panel? Is
Yeah,
it okay,
well,
Yossi?
the link
You have
is
the link.
the link is in the
okay.
chat.
Yeah,
It's
I like Barry.
in the chat.
Good, solid guy.
Yeah, Yossi put the link in all the chats based on actual views. Oh, talking about the ads. But yeah, that was interesting to see. They have 3 elephants and that they did that. So you can experience elephants, and then they're hoping you're going to give to them, but they work with a conservation and help the
I see.
conservation and
Yep.
research
Yeah.
about elephants. But who, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, going back to buffalo, there have been individuals who've raised buffalo for
Okay.
marketing, the meat and all that. But
Yeah.
it's not served in restaurants as much as
Mhm.
other normal. So I knew a guy I worked with. He raised three bison, or they were actually called a bison, but
Yeah.
yeah. He said he got a decent return on it,
Mm.
but he had to sell everything to make the money come back. That includes the hide, the
Oh, wow.
skull, the
Yeah.
bones, everything had to be separated and go to different buyers. You
Makes
know,
sense.
yeah. And he
A
was just
lot of
one.
work.
Yeah, it was a lot of work for him because he was
It's a big
by
animal.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a huge animal.
but he
Yeah.
told me about the fencing that you have to have for a buffalo.
Oh,
They can
yeah.
jump 8 or 9 feet straight up in the air and go right over any domestic regular chain link fence and go right
Yeah.
over it. A
You
6-foot
have-
fence, bam.
You have
yeah,
to
right
have
over it.
at least
I haven't
12
heard that
feet.
because there's several channels that raise buffalo.
Yeah.
They don't have to raise the fence very high. The fence
this
is
guy
just. They don't.
Well,
Really
this
do.
guy did. I know him personally. Yeah.
I know several of them, and they don't. They showed their videos on YouTube here. Their fence is
guy
not
did.
very high,
Mhm.
but it's solid because they will just knock those fences down. Chain link fence, buffalo will go right through it.
Yeah.
It
Well,
can't
they're
be chain
probably
link.
not using a chain link. That's what
They-
Bob said, not a chain link. He
Mhm.
said.
But basically, what they do is a lot of them are going. They're putting
Yeah.
K-rail out there, and then putting a 4-foot, like 2-inch iron pipe fence on top of that, and that's
Well,
keeping the buffalo in.
He showed me his pasture, and it was
Yeah.
like 12 feet high because he
'cause,
said they will bounce right over a 6-foot
Yeah,
fence.
it's depend of the type.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like a goat, you have the more mountain goat that climb and jump higher.
Yeah.
So
And the others,
Let me see if I can find that
buffalo
channel
is,
again.
is type. There is I think 6 type of buffalo.
Yeah, he used like telephone poles because
Yeah,
he
you
said
need-
any other fencing they'll go right through it without
Yeah.
even
You
an
need
effort.
to have 12 feet minimum.
That's
Yeah.
how his was. It was enormous. Because I asked him, he showed pictures and
Mhm.
why the fence so high? He goes, dude, they'll jump.
I never knew they could jump that high. That's cool.
Yeah,
A big animal
That's
jumping that high.
impressive.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's very
Impressive.
It
impressive.
is. Hmm.
It gives big folks a lot to aspire to.
Yeah,
I can do this CrossFit jumping stuff. I must think
Well-
of the buffalo.
where is
You
it?
know,
Speaking
animal.
of jumping, elephant is the only animal of one of the only animal that cannot jump because they don't have a knee.
Oh,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
they don't have they bend though. Their legs bend. There's no knee though.
No,
It's-
they bend all the leg. The leg keeps straight.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because they got an ankle and then a
Yeah, they have
straight
an
leg
ankle.
up to their hip. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
You're right about that. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never noticed that about an elephant.
Hmm. I rode one at Circus World in Florida when I was a kid, and I was impressed because how quiet they are. When they walk,
It-
they don't make any sound at all.
Yeah,
Nothing. Just very
because they
soft.
spread.
Hmm.
They spread the weight,
Oh yeah, their feet are huge.
and
man.
it's like walking
Yeah.
on cushions.
Oh,
It's very soft soles, very soft. It's not at all like riding a horse or anything like that. Not at all. I was impressed by them because they're extremely intelligent. You can see it when they look at you.
Yeah.
You can see it in their eyes. They're highly intelligent.
mhm.
This poor
Yeah.
elephant was just so bored out of her life. Just boom. Okay, 5 more kids. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, cross timber bison. His fences are about 6 to 8 feet tall because they climb them, not jump them. And he has videos of them.
Gil, you
they
proved me
trying to
wrong
climb to get out.
again. I'm wrong
Cross
again.
timber bison. The channel. On YouTube.
Hey, there are several of them here that show, and they have. I've been following cross timber bisons for years, and he has problems with them climbing the fence, not jumping.
Okay, this guy that I know had problems with them jumping. So,
Hi, Barry.
hello, Barry.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yep.
I
I
hear
can hear
you.
you now.
Gil, I'm so glad you proved that I'm wrong once again. I'm so
Well,
happy.
the guy was must been get. I don't know why the guy was saying that
My
because
hero,
bison don't jump high.
my hero, once again. You do that to me all the time, dude. Stop it.
Oops, sorry.
Well, stop putting out misinformation.
Drop.
Wait a minute.
You know,
What's-
dude.
Wyoming, they have it says bison jumping a fence. I want to see if he climbs now or if he jumps. Let me see. It's a little bit of both. And he's just rubbing his chin. This might be all night. It looks like it's an hour video.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Gil. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you.
Got a
Thank you
whole
so
3
much.
minutes out of it.
Oh my God.
I am still. It's like only a 3 minute video. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, he jumped. He did.
How high?
Not too high, but he jumped. He still made it. He cleared it. He didn't crawl over it though. Like he didn't climb it. He jumped over it.
How it's not.
Oh, it's not a very high fence. It's probably, I would say, like a horse fence.
But it's okay, Carol, because I'm wrong once again.
Kitty.
Oh, but he did jump. He did jump. He jumped.
Oh
It
man.
wasn't very high. You guys are maybe both right. Maybe it's a combination.
Yeah.
Can you put that video in? Can you put that in the chat? The link.
Yes. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. I don't know if he's got two that jump.
I'm being so patient, Yossi.
They hop over. This one didn't quite make his little genitals kind of. He didn't.
Genitals hung up.
Poor guy. Poor man. Yikes.
Howell, we don't talk about this stuff in my
I'm
channel.
sorry.
Sorry.
I was trying to think of the clinical term. You know, that's what happened. Sorry. His back legs hung up. There we go. He got misjudged this jump.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would hurt because it did grab him right at that area. That's
All right.
the channel is Phi
Right.
FYNY and FYN.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
only gonna
Why
say
NYT?
it's one way to make him bigger.
Wait.
That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Like swollen, yeah, because you just damaged them.
Ow.
You damaged them badly. Especially if you're a buffalo. Poor buffalo. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Poor thing, all the weight of a buffalo landing on that part. Oh my. Ow.
Ow.
Owie.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of you, but that kind of makes me feel funny.
I don't know how to get it to you. It's not letting me. I don't know.
Copy?
I don't know if this is really uncomfortable conversation now.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Kinda
I know
hurt.
what I just saw, and it was uncomfortable seeing it. I felt really bad for the animal.
The girls are cool with it.
You
The
need one of
guys are kind of
those.
like, oh, ow.
Yeah, everybody need a little sweet treat after that.
Carol, do you have a wrench?
Oh, I didn't think about that part. Yeah, but hold on. I just closed Yossi's window to get there to the buffaloes. I was hoping to find just evidence of both, and you guys could just, I don't know.
I was going to hand Carol a wrench, but I guess
Hold
they put
hand.
it back in the toolbox.
My toolbox is just non-functional tonight.
Do you want a Mac Proto Snap-on? Which kind of wrench you want, Barry?
Ooh.
Well, I was going to give it to Carol so she'd have a wrench.
I just don't have the right thing open because I went looking for what buffalo actually do. And that was only one video. Hold on. I got
You
it.
get a wrench. You get a wrench.
I
You
got
get a
it.
wrench.
It took me a
Yeah, we
while.
all
There
got
we
a
go.
wrench. Mhm.
You get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench.
Oh, you have a wrench. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. I got it. Ow, my sciatica.
All right, it's best I could do. Screwdriver.
There you go.
Thanks.
You got some
That's
needle
good.
nose pliers
Reaching out.
right here.
Reaching
With what
those
we do
hard
with
to reach
trolls,
places.
that would just giving them give the trolls a lobotomy with a screwdriver.
That would
Well,
work.
for troll, you need a hammer.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. Yeah, it
Mhm.
should be
I got
like
a-
a.
That's about a 3.5 foot fence.
Is
I
it
got
only three? Think he's a
I've
big
got a ball
animal.
peen hammer right here. Mhm. It's not a very big one, but
Still look painful though. Wait for that second. Maybe it might be the third because I fast forwarded it up to the jumping, and he just kind of like rubs his little chin on it, checks it out. Like, yeah, it is greener over there. That's why Al went over there. Let me
looks better
let
over
me
there.
try. Didn't give it a good enough jump.
It just looks better over there. I got to get over
Yeah.
the fence. Mhm.
Grass is always greener. Yeah, because there's poop in it.
Ball
Yeah.
peen.
Okay,
you
well,
got
yeah, what
the
I'm seeing,
first
that's sort of a, yeah, he kind of rears back and up over.
I got a tinner's hammer too. Got two different styles of hammer. Tinner's hammer and a ball peen.
And
Oh, yeah.
the next one's trying to go under it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
bring mine.
that might have been the first one that I saw. The one that looks like he's trying to go under it looks like eat or go under. And then he decides, I think, to jump. And that was the first one I saw, I think, jump.
Shawnee
did.
said she bought her first smoker today. Pretty excited.
That's
on. We could have
awesome.
some smoked bison.
Right on.
Yeah, that's
Killer.
the second one I see going over is more he climbs
It
over
says it right here, though. National Wildlife Federation. They can jump up to 6 feet vertically and
Bingo.
can quickly pivot to combat predators. They can go and race up to 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, Dave wouldn't
Wow.
have told me about that unless he was serious. And he showed pictures of his fence, and it was like telephone poles. Like, wow, you're kidding
Well,
me, dude.
But like Yosi said, it might be different variations of
Mhm.
buffaloes.
Yeah.
Like maybe one doesn't
And this one.
You have that?
spread it
Mhm.
out. There you go. Oh yeah, the mallet. Those are
I
good.
got a whole bin
I have
full
this
of
one.
different styles of metalworking. Yeah, it's a tinner's hammer, just like this. Yep. Mhm.
I don't know if I still
Yeah, but this one I made it myself.
You did?
did.
Right on.
Cool. When did you get to make it? Did you
It's
do the
cool.
metal work?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, cool, Yos. I didn't know you got to do that.
Yeah, I bought this hammer in Cagayan de Oro, and I rehandled it when I got back to the States.
It's cold.
Wow, you can use a bison tongue as a comb when dried. Are you serious, Shawnee? Wow.
Makes sense. I guess you can
Ooh.
use like cow tongue for the same purpose.
Yeah, I guess.
I know you can use a cat's tongue as a defoliant.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
There's a
You can use it as sandpaper for small areas for
Mhm.
detail work
Well-
as a carpenter.
It's almost the same.
It has that texture.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's
You
kinda
do
cool.
ever like had a kiss by a giraffe trying to
Not-
eat
Not a
something for
kiss,
your
but I
hand?
fed them. I fed them. Yeah,
Did
Roman
the
lettuce
tongue touch you?
barely because it just like the
Yeah,
slime hit me first, and I
It's the same, like
Understandable.
peppery.
it's got that
It's
same.
Gil,
like a
Gil,
big,
you didn't prove me wrong.
Cincinnati Zoo.
Well, he doesn't jump. He's not jumping 8 feet.
You didn't prove me wrong, Gil.
Okay, gentlemen, come on. Come on. Has it been like 3 months of full moons or something?
There I need to get an order.
The mallet.
order.
Order with the rubber mallet.
We got Rich's. He's got the mallet. He trumps
Yeah,
us with
he's
the
got
mallet.
he trumps everybody.
That's right.
But
That's kind of
you don't want to get that one.
Yeah.
No, you're not coming back from that one.
No, that's not.
Pretty
No,
bad.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
That's pretty bad. What is that one used for? You said the one that has that chisel on the other side?
The
Yeah, that
tinner's hammer. Yeah.
Tinners.
Yeah, you can use it for metal stretching.
Metal? Okay.
Mhm.
For stretching metal.
Hmm.
That's
Cool.
the same, but big one.
Yeah. I think I have one that size, very similar to it. It's in my box up there full of hammers.
I used to always use my dad's small ball peen hammer. I used to love that little hammer. Because he would always give us some, nails in a little block of wood, and
Get
well,
out.
he would give that to me.
Have fun.
Yep, have fun. If I do that with Malachi, I'll be in the ER in like 3 minutes with him. He'll either
Yeah.
drive it for me or himself, and
Mhm.
with something else not supposed to. But
Well, Mom, why
you do
did your child have a bolt into his leg?
Mhm.
yeah, why is his foot nailed to this board, Mother?
What happened to his finger, really? Bam! Wah!
He did it, I promise you. He did it. My dad used to let me play like that. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, that would be horrible. Yeah, you got to know the child, the toys that you give to what child and their
Absolutely, yeah.
personality. That's for
Well,
sure.
you can always give him the
That's
set
funny.
like it's the plastic hammer with the plastic nails.
There you
Yeah.
go. Mhm.
Yep, I've done that. He has all the.
Meanwhile, the doctor at
plastic.
the ER is going,
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Yeah, like what?
"Services?"
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he
We
has
have this
the
lady
plastic
should be
wonderful.
investigated over here.
He has all the little make believe tools. He even has and he loved it when he first got it. I'm so glad he's like kind of over it. He has a jackhammer. It's like, thank God it doesn't make the real jackhammer noise. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it actually like works. So he'll
Oh
be like,
Lord.
yeah. It moves, I should say. It doesn't work, thank God, because he'd be chiseling up my tile floor. Where are you going?
Well, that would.
Ribs.
It might do me a favor. I wanted to get that redone. Oh, honey, I don't know. I thought that was his toy chisel. Oops.
Oh.
Now I have a reason to put a
That's what-
carpet.
there you go. Yeah,
No,
have
no,
a reason. A new tile floor.
New
Yeah.
tile floor. With
Now these-
out all the grout lines. Like,
these-
Oh, heck
Easy.
with it, honey. Let's just put a garden right there in the living room.
There we go.
These
There's
wives,
the
these
soil,
wives
it's
are
already
devious.
there.
These wives are devious. I tell you, they're devious.
I know where my chisel is, but I wouldn't do that. No way. I can't even imagine doing what a mess. Like just even moving into this house and it was a foreclosure and having to get it livable. I can't imagine purposely chiseling up my tile floor and having to deal with that. That dust would be settling for months on end, it seems like. Oh, there's another layer.
Yeah.
Oh
there it
boy.
is. Another layer came down, hun. It would be great to have a new tile floor, but I think this tile floor that they put in is over the builder grade tile floor. It's like, how you can tell by looking at your walls and your doorways. Like, I think that's it. I can't put another floor over this unless it's maybe the vinyl that they sell now, and it's like real thin because of where all the doors are in our
I
house.
know a certain landlord likes to layer the floors instead of replacing it right to the joist.
Nice.
It's like, oh, let's
You
put
couldn't-
another layer over top of other crap, while it's rotting
can put-
underneath.
Well, it's
Oh
LVP
boy.
flow.
What?
LVP flow? Like it's
Yes.
wood, but it's not wood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that. That's real popular here. And yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't think of it. The other one that I was just gonna say.
I don't know how much it is, but that's popular here in the Northwest for decking material. That stuff that's made out of partial plastic and sawdust.
Yeah.
But I understand it's very expensive because I knew a lady who had her front deck replaced with that. And
Well, it's
it costs her.
expensive, but you can sell it and forget it.
Yeah.
It's basically bulletproof.
Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
she
Oh, that
wanted.
is what I
Yeah.
meant. The luxury vinyl plank. Yeah, that's what people are doing. That's what we could maybe put over if it wasn't like 8 millimeters thick, because even maybe too thick.
That's what she wanted it for, because she was single and she wanted to get the decking replaced with something she doesn't have to mess with again. That's why she went for that plasticky kind of stuff. It's just-
Yeah. Oh, this is really thin. Okay, that's like 1. That must chip, and then you'll see my floor again. It's like 1.5 millimeters. That can't be. That's so thin.
The what? The LVP or the other one?
And this one called Tranquility. It's corn silk oak waterproof luxury vinyl plank flooring.
Well, they do it thin now. They used to do it like very thick, but now it's very thin.
Okay. Yeah, they had but they used to have the rolls where you could just cut them.
Yeah, but it's basically put in like glue, piece of glue on your floor, and that's it.
Carol, I ripped up the carpet in my breezeway while my ex was working. Dude, he had to put the tile I wanted in while he.
Oh, that's so devious. These women are devious, I tell you.
Well, it's one way to do it.
Yeah, a breezeway you kind of want like tile in down here, because if you've got the windows open in a breezeway, or if it's open, you don't want carpet. It'll end up getting mold down here. That's so funny, Passamaquoddy. It's a little naughty, but it's funny. Yeah, I would never probably do that right now. I would just don't know where we would get the money to replace it. I even wanted to get a grinder so I could do like a plunge cut, because I see them using it for tile cutting. Like they'll go in and they'll do a plunge cut, and you can do just your bathroom and tile out your bathroom. I wanted to do that, but the guy was like in a rush, and I don't blame him. We wanted the job finished, and he just placed the vanity right over top. And I was like, okay, I guess we're not going to do the floor. Guess there's not plunge cutting and getting new flooring. Darn it. Because it goes all the way through our great room and into this bathroom over here. And that's the bathroom that we just redid before Mom came. And yeah, it would look so much better if I could have done the floor in like a dark octagon shaped matte finish tile. Would have really looked good, but that just didn't happen. I have dreams. I don't think they'll ever become reality, but that's okay, because my reality is some people's dream.
True. You're quite right there. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking about Shadow Scout Swede, and they were talking about gray water, but I couldn't get to. I was doing something in the kitchen. Oh, I was making bacon. Oh, sorry, I was making bacon. I always feel bad for saying that around Yosa, because he doesn't eat bacon anymore, and he knows what it tastes like because he got away from bacon. Anyway, while I was making bacon, I'm listening to you guys talk about the gray water, and I was like, yeah, I'll always remember somebody said our poops get more fresh water than some people ever do in their life around.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And I was like, it took me a minute when they said it. I was like, what?
Yep.
What are they saying? And then it clicked, and I was like, oh, that's awful.
Big share of the world lives to those standards. You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Another part of Africa live like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so arid. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, what do they do? Like, I know what Star told us what they do in India, but what does Africa do? Like pots? Like, I mean, I'm talking about way out in the, like desert areas.
Yeah, they don't even have plants.
They just burn it.
Yeah. Probably
like what?
burn
You
it.
just go wherever. Like, yeah.
Probably burn it. Or
It's probably
bury it.
like you said,
Yeah.
like you just deal with it. Like they just deal with it, and they probably think we're ridiculous for how much we think about it, because we're so used to the luxury of toilets, though. That's why we think about, oh my,
Yeah.
what do you do with that?
Yeah, it's true. They hear Americans talking and complaining so much, and they just like,
If
you know,
if you only knew what real problems were,
what real problems are. Yeah, exactly.
like our first world problems. That's what. Oh, he didn't get my Starbucks order right. He gave me the
Yeah,
latte.
that guy looked at me funny.
Yeah.
Too much latte in my latte.
Too much
Mhm.
latte in my latte. That's
Yeah.
right. There, you know. Okay. Didn't make it like foamy like I like either.
It's really embarrassing when you're overseas and the people over there are watching videos about us, and they
Oh,
just like,
gee.
no, I don't live in their world. Sorry, but
And
that
you really do that?
I just have to shake my head and say, yeah, some people do. They have no gratitude about anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, whoops.
Oh,
Don't know where that came from. I think I caught it from Yosi earlier and it just popped up.
What'd
Now.
you get?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We said goodbye, 4:00 this morning, Carol? So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's about average for me, sadly. I still haven't gotten back on a decent time.
oh yeah, I was, and I screwed that all up. But I took a nap this evening, and I tried not to do it too late, but whatever. I woke up and evidently Missy had taken one of the kittens and laid it next to me.
Aww.
So there was this little kitten laying in my, because I was kind of laying on
That's
my
Good thing you didn't roll over though on it. You would have felt horrible if you suffocated one of her babies. She probably would beat the crap
I
out of
think
you.
that's what woke me up, because I felt something on my arm. I was laying on my belly, but it was kind of like propping my cheek on my arms, and something felt a little fuzzy. I'm like, oh, what is that?
Yeah, I saw that one Idaho Garden Girl. I didn't watch the whole video, but I saw where he has all the 5-gallon buckets. We were discussing that, like how those gallon buckets would have to be recycled only for that, and they couldn't be used for other things.
Yeah.
Like the compost poop buckets. But that was a really big move on their part for going from regular flushing toilets, like for her, especially, who's still working. It must, at least she could look forward to a regular toilet, I guess, when she's going into town to work. I can't wait to get to the regular toilet and not have to empty these crappy buckets. Really crappy buckets.
Well, usually I wouldn't go at work, but if I don't have toilet at home, so
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta go, man. You gotta go.
Gotta go.
Well, being that my husband has worked in the lawn industry for years and years, like he knows guys sometimes it just hits and you got to find a corner. And if you have lawn service and you've got a guy that maybe got a stomach virus and didn't know it, just know that you probably have human feces somewhere in the corner of your yard.
Oh my dear, they're really doing a good job with the yard.
It all becomes compost eventually.
well,
Bougainvillea looks so beautiful this month.
if you was in the army, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Yeah.
No.
We just deal with it. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh, that's the only way she could get him to do it every month. She also ripped the 60s tile halfway up the wall. She ripped those off and because she wanted pine board. And paint the kitchen. I guess it worked. The 60s and 70s tile we had was in a mortar bed, and there was no way you were just going to rip that out and put a board.
I still have some in this mobile home as a what do they call it, a splash guard for the stove.
The tile.
Yeah, the tile. It's the 70s tile.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
It's really
It's
hard to
coming, all this
clean.
stuff is coming back. That's what's so funny. It's eventually going to come back in one form or
The
another.
thing, I don't know if it's because it's so old, but that stuff is really hard to clean now.
Yeah.
You would think ceramic would be really easy, but it's probably got years of crud on it.
Yeah,
Might
that
look clean, but it's not its real color.
Ooh, what did I got for here, it was lemon 409, and that stuff cut through a lot.
Yeah.
It cut through a lot. But
Is that
What,
lemon
LA's
juice?
best or something, whatever they call it.
Grease Lightning does too, but you got to wear gloves because
Yeah.
that'll also
I
take your
have to wear
fingers
respirators.
off.
I can't stand the smell of that stuff.
I hate it too. I hate the smell, but it'll take grease off if that's what it is from cooking.
Yeah.
But I did the 409 because it was like it was nicotine on our cabinets,
Yeah.
like that film along with grease, and that
Now
was the
there's nicotine there because since I smoke, and my buddy that lived here before me did. So
yeah, it worked. It was the 409 lemon at like Home Depot. I don't know if they sell it up there, but it's a good cleaner,
my house needs
and it smells good too. But it's chemical, so lemon juice, like Bob said, might work. So might Dawn dish detergent and a scrubby.
Actually, at some point, I thought I was going to put new paneling up until I saw the price for just one sheet of paneling, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me!"
You know what you can do? This is a secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay. You go into Home Depot and you collect samples of all their flooring that's like that vinyl flooring in squares. They used to have it, and you just collect them
Oh yeah,
until you have enough, and then
Make a
you
mosaic.
use liquid nails and make a mosaic on the back. Yep.
Actually, I thought about going really cheap. You know that brown board?
Which brown board?
That's exactly what it is. It's like an 8-foot by 4-foot piece of brown. Just
Sure.
I don't know. It's a cross between wood and cardboard.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it's the same stuff they make the stuff with the holes in it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I have.
Smooth. It's
Yeah,
smooth.
but
Yeah,
you
I
got
have
the
a
smooth
piece of that.
stuff. Yeah,
If it gets
Yeah.
wet, though, it starts.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
That's why you seal it.
Yeah, if you
I
seal
was
it, maybe.
thinking doing something like that, and then pick out some really nice wallpaper to lay over top of it because one, it's smooth, so that wallpaper should go on nice and even.
Yeah,
Not have
Yeah.
any bubbles.
yeah.
Well, there's
What you doing, Bob?
Pyro Bob over there.
It's what do you call that? Shigari? It's a technique that you can do that it makes it waterproof. I think it waterproofs it. It's Japanese technique. I forget how to say it. You can do it with all kinds of woods. They do it.
Yeah. Don't do it in Courtney's live.
What?
Don't do it in
I know.
Courtney's live.
You'll get all the burning bread jokes.
Oh yeah. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't even making. It's called shashugaban. Shashugaban. It's a particularly striking method of preserving wood by charring it with fire. Traditionally, this practice is used with Japanese cedar in order to weatherproof it. The wood is burned until the surface is charred and then coated with natural oil.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be careful with cedar though. That stuff.
Yeah, it'll light you up, man. The cedar oil.
I grabbed some not even thinking about it because it's really not good for your stove. And I put it in my wood stove, and that stuff flared up and scared the crap out of me. It's, oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn my house down. That stuff, as soon as it hit the hot bed of coals in there, just went up. I was like, whoa.
I was really overthinking when you said don't do it in Courtney's, and I was thinking, oh, because of all the poops, and with poop come gas. It might explode. Fire. With all the poop true.
Barry, how seasoned was that cedar you threw in there?
It was just limbs, little branches that had fallen off.
So it still had a lot of the oil.
Yeah, it's the
probably.
oil that's so volatile. Yeah.
It's. I mean, you could smell that probably for a good mile burning. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody's outside going, "Oh, that smells good."
there's
Gary can't see. My
there's
eye.
there's an 80. What would you guess, Carol? About an 80-foot cedar behind my house.
I think so. When you
Pretty
showed it
close
to
to
us,
80
it was
feet, yeah.
huge. I think it was huge.
It's been there, Gil. It's been there since the landlord's son was really tiny. He's like in second or third grade. They got little trees, to plant for Earth Day,
No.
and he grew that. Well, it is actually spread, so it's all over in the woods. There's 3 or 4 of them saplings out there in the woods right now. So
That's cool, though.
yeah.
Is that
there's-
like a thing in Tennessee and Arkansas? Because Arkansas, that's what Roots and Refuge, they had the ends, I think, of the cedar that they used for their planter boxes. They were able to get the ends cheap from the milling plant.
Yeah. I can't speak for this one over here. There's 2 lumber yards over here next to me where if you bring in the wood, they'll buy the wood from you.
Okay.
You can also, if you talk nicely, and I think it's more of who you know kind of thing.
True. Probably.
But if you want something that's not what they normally mill, if you want that done, I'm sure they'll do it for a fee.
Yeah. Well, these were just, they went and got the outside edges, not necessarily a good live edge, but just the scraps. And they were able to get it at a real low cost for building the beds.
Now, some of these places out here, I know if you go into Danville, which is a huge metropolis area, there's a couple places over there. There's a brewery over there.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually get the pine and everything that the cuttings that they didn't use, and it's milled.
Oh, wow.
But it's not treated. Okay, so it's not treated for weather.
Nice.
So it's
no chemicals.
Whatever they don't use, they say, come get all you want. So if you have a truck and a trailer, you can load it up and not gonna say anything to you. If anything, they're gonna say thank you,
Thank you.
because they don't have fool with it.
And that's at the mill. So then you could go also and get maybe sawdust for your plants, like to acidify your soil.
I've never tried. I bet you could though.
Yeah.
Probably a lot cheaper than what you get at Lowe's.
I used to go to a local carpenter place, and every time I used to get a bag and make it full with the chip. The soda. When I used to have not a rat, like a small
hamster. Yeah, hamster. Yeah, they cute. And they got a hamster over there. Cute. Yeah. I got scared of mine. A guinea pig bit me, and then I was scared of my hamster because my hamster kept, of course, being a rodent, wanted to escape. I would put it in that ball and let it roll around on the ground in college. It would always find a corner to wedge itself into and then escape, try and get out of the ball. And I caught it one time. It was a smart hamster, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, it was nocturnal, so we would be like hearing it was its wheel at night.
Yeah.
I don't want this hamster anymore. Like when
Same. Same.
You need your sleep for class so bad. Shut up, little hamster. Why did I buy you? Yeah, but guinea pigs scare me more. Their teeth. I got bit by one. Yeah.
They can get huge.
Yeah, they're like hamsters that, I don't know, got into a nuclear power plant. And just...
Yeah, I can see that. I think it's more like a mix between a hamster and a beaver.
Yeah, or nutria, like those nutrias. Have you seen those? Yeah, those are cool though. I saw somebody too the other day who had it was on YouTube, the groundhogs. I don't know, not groundhog. Was it groundhogs? No, it was those other ones. Prairie dogs. They had prairie dogs. And they say Yahoo. That's how they greet you.
I love prairie dogs.
They go Yahoo, Yahoo, which means they'll hang out with you. They like you. Yahoo.
Really? I didn't know that.
Cutest thing ever. They took them out of the cage, and you see it like them. They go up like this too when they do it. They'll go Yahoo.
Interesting.
Oh my
You
God.
have to look it up. It's the most adorable thing. It is adorable. But yeah, they were really cute, and they just like kind of lay around. They're so lazy. They just want to cuddle. They want to snuggle and everything. They'll go in your warm laundry. You'll find them in your laundry, they said. They'll snuggle on you. So she bought kind of like a baby carrier, but for them. And they would just snuggle in it. And she were happy as could be, just, her carrying them around in their
Oh,
little
man.
That's cute.
It is.
I love otters. I would love to have some otters, but I don't have any water here except for the creek, or not the creek.
They can get mean, aren't they? Like minks, like the way they get.
I don't know.
They are a predator.
They are. They're
can-
very
yeah.
not like
Mhm.
bad predator, like,
Mhm.
like a
Which
mink.
one is that?
Like
They
a,
can get
Otters.
very
Otters?
they're aggressive and territorial,
Yeah,
Yeah.
territorial.
Mhm.
but they're
They-
adorable. They're
They
adorable.
look cute
Yeah.
floating on their backs.
Yeah, they look so cute, and they hold hands,
Yeah.
so they won't
Yeah.
float
Yeah.
away.
And
They
they're
don't
Especially
look
trying to
the
open the oysters or whatever they happen to find down in the bay there. And
Yeah.
the Asian otters are smaller.
Oh, okay.
There's two different types here. There's river otters and there's sea otters. The river otters here are slim and fast.
Yeah.
They
we
are
have-
aggressive. They
yeah,
are
those
very
are the ones
aggressive.
We have.
Mhm.
We have the,
Yeah, the sea otters are just kind of those chill ones with a little white beard thing. But
yeah. The other ones are that we
The
have.
sea otters are the biggest otter they can be.
mhm.
That's the largest one.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, they're so cute though, Barry. I could see why you would want one. We have them in the lakes here. That's how I know that they're vicious. I've heard stories about them just
Yeah.
going after people because they're in territory.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I can't change I don't want to change my channel name to Storm Legos and Cats and Otters.
Otters.
It's just too much.
It'll be more like
big.
one-legged
Too big.
storm with otter
Yeah.
that bit off your other foot or something horrible.
It's okay. You can call Storms any name you want to. Both his middle fingers are gone. I tried to keep it PG, Yossi. That's what I did.
Exactly. Why does the damage always happen to the middle finger? What's that about? You see those people that
Well,
I broke my finger and it's that one. They show you and they're like,
Yeah.
well, it's one way of God telling you something, I
mm,
guess.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think God spoke like that.
Well, sometimes you need to make it clear to
Yeah,
some people.
you're being really naughty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're being a real jerk. So you're losing your middle finger.
They're not going to understand any other way.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
Some people
yeah,
will.
you have to think like them sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
bad for that, Yossi. I mean, you know my situation, what I've been doing here lately. I really just need to come out and say, you're no longer welcomed here. What I need
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tell these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could
Because
just
it's
put it
being nice is not
or
working.
Being nice, they'll take advantage of that every time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, when it comes to that, for sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially if they're a little bit teetotal. You
Not
gotta
quite all
probably
of them.
be more firm.
Chemically challenged.
Chemically challenged. I like that better. Yeah, because teetotal is usually with alcohol, right?
Or all of the above.
Go back
Yeah.
and
Did you know
Right.
that particular chemical, I'm not going to use its name, changes your DNA?
Mm. Oh, it wouldn't
Wow.
surprise me. Would not surprise me.
Makes sense.
Yeah, changes
Mhm.
your DNA.
It messes with God's design. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Very scary. Like what we were talking about
Yeah.
behind the scenes that one time. Like, yeah. You end up with something totally different, which makes a lot of sense because then it makes you more impulsive to use it.
I understand that one chemical, it kills the pleasure center in your brain. Well, after a certain amount of use, and
Yeah.
you never get it back. You never
Yeah.
get to enjoy life again.
That's
Wow, that's no.
that sucks.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the same thing if
Yeah,
you abuse like any of the like morphine, heroin, any of that stuff that's opiate.
Mhm.
You over excite your opiate receptors so many times, it's the same thing. You will feel more pain, and you will that's why you have to keep going up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, it causes a problem. It messes them up.
Yeah, I agree with that, Carol, because after I had surgery on my back, I was taking pain medication, and it seemed like it just never was enough
Yeah,
until I finally got away from that stuff and went to acupuncture.
yeah,
And I never went back to those pain meds for that again. I did a couple times for some dental work, but that's
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What I have to take for the fibro is considered an analgesic. It's still like it goes on your opiate centers, but it works differently. And I will never abuse it, never, because of what's in the family. But I got this because I think of being put under and it just messing with you, like you said. Like when I got my sinus surgery, and they put me on the Vicodin, and I had to use the Vicodin for, I forget, like maybe it was a week. They had me on it because my nose was like sewed on the inside. I think that messed with my opiate centers too. So it was
I'm
that,
sure it did.
yeah, that and genetics plus the, what do you call it? The antibiotic that fluoroquinolines that later got a black box warning. The fluoroquinoline or quinoline, they cause people to go like not be able to walk.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Lost their ability to walk. Yeah. Yeah, that's like is it levothyroxine? Levothyroxine? It's the one that you get when you go into the hospital. It's like a well-known, really strong antibiotic, and it's in that class. And then also women, when they get, well, and men too, when you get a UTI, they used to give you Cipro. Now they don't give it as often anymore because Cipro did it too. It would take out your back, your tendon, like what Joe snapped. It would do that to people. It would just snap them. Just chemically somehow in the body would cause it to snap. It would cause a spasm in the back and through that tendon, the back of the leg. Oh, sorry, Recyclable Homestead. Hey, welcome. Hey, hello.
Hanging on to what Bob said, agreeing with Bob.
Yeah.
Long-term heavy drinking, use a certain chemical causes alterations in the neurons, such as reductions in their size. That's from the National Institutes of Health.
That was just for alcohol, or the other? Wow, just for alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shrink.
And what scares me is the last one, such as reduction in size, guys. I've heard people joke about that. My husband, when we started drinking, was now he's.
Well, mess with his pleasure center, I guess. Like that thing.
Yeah, that could
mess with hers too. No comment.
They do surgery about it now.
Yeah.
They fix it with surgery now, or is it like that thing that Homestead Aquarius? they give you pills for it too. Homestead Aquarius.
I heard, I didn't get into it, but I heard you can make it bigger by surgery.
They install a pump.
Oh my gosh!
They actually used to. I don't know if they still do it, but for a while there, back in the 90s and early 2000s, they were installing pumps.
That's crazy. They were like actually okay. Interesting. Wow, Homestead Aquarius, what a time to come back in and hey.
But
I don't know what they're talking about, Captain. I just arrived here in this rectangle. Just yeah, was on vacation in my mind somewhere else.
Oh, here's something interesting too. This is from the same from the National Institute of Health.gov. In a large male sample study, it lowered intelligent test scores in young adulthood, as well as other chemically related disorders.
Yeah.
Again, referring to how the neurons are firing and communication and everything else.
Well, people don't realize that just alcohol, just some other drinking, is just as bad as every single street drug. What it does to the baby.
And what's interesting is it also depends on the proofage or the percentage of the alcohol in the drinks and how long they're using it. That's why they say wine.
But they can't figure out when. That's the problem. They can't figure out like when it affects the face, when it affects the brain too, like really bad. Yeah. Like even wine. No, they said it all. They said they don't know for sure. So
they don't know, but that some people, I mean, some studies have come to the conclusion that like one glass of wine a day
not for pregnant women. No.
Yeah.
No, that's totally.
I don't know about pregnant women, but for
no. I'm talking about pregnant women. Okay. We were talking about. I said with a child, with a pregnant woman.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, alcohol is worse. Mm-hmm. It's the worst due to a child in utero because it acts just as bad as all the street drugs. Like this street drug will do this. This street drug will do that. Alcohol will do it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now here's something that's weird. Back in the 50s, the doctors were encouraging pregnant women to have a beer.
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my mom wasn't drinking, had given up drinking, and she goes, "No, it's against my religion now."
Yeah.
And
they used to say for breastfeeding too, it helps let down the milk if you drink beer. And they used to say to quiet women's nerves while you're pregnant, it's okay if you have like a glass of wine.
Yeah.
They used to encourage pregnant women to smoke also.
Yeah, they did too. You're right. They did. You see some crazy times back then. That's when the doctors were smoking in their offices also.
Yeah. That's when studies were funded by the a certain industry.
Oh, Passamaquoddy, you asked what I had. I just had my septum straightened and they cut back the turbinates because I was not draining. I was having chronic sinus infections to where they were going to put me in the hospital because they couldn't get them to go away. They kept coming back and they were getting worse. And they realized I must have had something trapped. But even the ENT couldn't believe it because he's like, you're really not like super bad. But my bosses saw it because I changed color. Like I was pale, deadly white before the surgery. After I recovered from the surgery, they're like, your color changed. You look alive. Like you were really looking bad. Like, and we didn't realize it until seeing you after the surgery. They're like, there's a whole color change to your skin. And I was like, that's wow. Makes sense. So I was calling, that's why I had to do it. But it was like when they cleaned me out on that appointment where you go and they take your stitches out and they remove the thing that keeps it in place. And he cleans me out and he like removes the nastiest thing out of my nose. But it's like, it felt so wonderful. It's like, oh, is that what it feels like to breathe? Oh, really? This is great. But I probably could go back in for maybe a re-up a little bit, clean up. I am annoyed. Oh, you didn't even get black eyes.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't have black eyes from the surgery that he did because he didn't really break it. I don't think because it was just like the cartilage that they mess with and restitch. Gosh, I'm not even sure now. Yeah, no, they didn't break my nose to do it. So no, I wouldn't have black eyes.
I just read Homestead Aquarius' comment.
He also stays home now too. I guess he does. Oh my gosh. Wow. You know some really interesting people, Homestead Aquarius. Oh my goodness. Wow. 2 days after? That's crazy, Passamaquoddy. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, they didn't. No. See, the Vicodin was so good, I don't remember if I had packing or not. It was so
Oh
good.
wow! Oh!
Yeah. That's how
She had the good.
sensitive.
She had the good stuff.
I had good stuff back then. No, but I have selective memory anyway. It just works sometimes and other times.
How many milligrams was it?
I don't know. I don't know, but I would crave cheeseburgers at the worst time at night and be like, damn it, I can't drive. Screw it, it's across the street. You can do it. It was the other side on my other shoulder. Okay. Don't tell anybody. Like, who am I going to tell? I'm talking to myself at night when I'm a cheeseburger. I would say it was pretty darn strong. I think that's the year. I think that's the time I probably ate like the most Wendy's cheeseburgers was when we lived that close to a Wendy's. And yeah, it wasn't the same back then though, too. Like
I remember the big classic. Those were good days.
I would get the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger Deluxe.
Oh,
Yummy.
Back before they revoked my beef.
Your beef privileges.
Back in the days, that beef was real beef.
Oh,
Yes, Wendy's. That's where the beef is. It's
that's
Wendy's.
that was
Where the beef is square. It's the square beef. Oh my gosh. That was like last night. Yossi wasn't there. And what was that? I made up a new vocab word last night, and I think Gary was up there, and we just laughed. I can't remember what it was last night, but I wouldn't say it on here, Yossi.
We got to write this stuff down, Carol.
I know, right? Oh, wait, I have it recorded. I'll have to go through and figure out what it was.
Right. Okay.
And then you submit it to one of the Urban Dictionary ones for this is a new one I've heard a bunch.
Because Merriam's won't pick it up.
No, Miriam's wouldn't. No, they threw me out of their office with some of my suggestions. Yeah, with their little English accents and their pinkies in the air.
Snobbish.
Yes, you must leave now. No, you're an American and we will not take your words. I'm sorry, darling.
You're not tolerated here.
No, you're not tolerated. No, you don't even speak the Queen's English. Sorry.
Well, the Queen doesn't anymore also.
No, she's not speaking very much at all, is she? She's pretty quiet. Yeah. What?
So bad.
She didn't have anything before,
It's
so
so funny, but it's so bad.
I don't know. She kind of lays around.
Oh, they did break your nose, Passamaquoddy? How did you not get black eyes? Oh my goodness. That's so crazy. And you didn't take pain. Girl, you are something else.
Well, breaking a nose, there's two things that can break in on it. One in front here is that cartilage.
Yeah.
And then there's the actual bone farther up. And it was probably just the cartilage you had to break and reset.
Reset it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's all they worked on with me was mostly the cartilage area. And the cartilage underneath that area that is across the bridge that you're talking about.
I'm gonna have to open a window. It's hot in here.
Oh, I thought you were burning some cedar again.
Or farted. One of
What is
them.
that?
One of the
Like-
two.
Yeah, like Malachi over there. I was like, oh, great. That's nice. I wonder if they heard that. I'm thinking to myself, he's ripping. But now I know why.
didn't.
He was just opening the gates. He had a poop when I took him out there to check on him. I was like, oh, that wasn't just gas.
You doing pretty good with that?
He did do a poopy on the potty today. He just did one for me in his pants. He's trying. He I think it's like certain days, like there's effort and the connection is made, and then the next day it's not. But that's even with ADHD. Yeah, even with ADHD, you have days where all the clocks are on the same time, and then you have days where the clocks, none of them are on the same time, and you can't focus at all.
Yeah, they're on a time zone we never even seen before.
Yeah, and he's kind of he's a little bit more than ADHD. So.
In fact, that one clock at some point, I think sometimes the clocks are running backwards raising my kids.
Yeah, I got some clocks running backwards some
Why
days.
is this night? I've never had a night that lasted this long. It's like 3 days long. And by the time you get them to sleep, you're so wore out. Then you got things to do, and the sun's coming up, and you're going, really?
Those nights are the nights where they have a stomach virus and they throw up on everything, and then you've got to figure out what to lay them on because you've got to go and clean up the mess and put all that stuff in the washer, and it's like, oh, those are the really long.
I know. I put Mom through.
One of the things that my daughter has found out with her oldest Eli, and his worker, they got a countdown app, and they say, well, let's they tell Eli, potty, and he goes no, and he pulls out the phone, potty, he goes okay, and he'll sit on the phone and he'll do a 2-minute countdown. And he'll count.
Oh yeah, no, he'll sit. I mean, he's not making the connection to tell me yet. We're putting him on it.
Yeah, he'll do the countdown stuff, and then he also gets told if you poop in the potty, you get a treat.
Yeah, we do that. We've done that. Yeah, that's good though, because a lot of kids that works for, and it's great, and it's a great suggestion. But
Danny, they finally got Danny some Mickey Mouse underwear. They told him, "You poop in the underwear, Mickey's going to be mad at you."
That's a good one. I like that. That one I might use.
And I bought a huge. I don't know if I've seen it. You've seen it in some of my videos in the living room. That big, huge Mickey Mouse. I bought it for Danny, telling him when you aren't pooping in your pants anymore and you're wearing underwear all the time, you get it. He got it last week.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
Yay. That's great.
After a year and a half, he finally earned it.
Finally made the connection and stuff. That's the hardest part. And especially with boys. I'm sorry, but for some reason you boys do hold on to that poopy a little bit longer than girls.
We're proud of it.
Yeah, that might be it. Might be
savoring it.
Well, it's the first thing we make.
Good, Yossi. Yes, that's it. I think that's brilliant.
He knows.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's the first thing. We're makers and doers. Men. That should be a slogan.
Oh my God.
We can't poop in our pants longer.
Well, we are
makers and doers. We're men. Or little men.
There you go, Yossi. I put my mom through the paces. I think I was 9. And they sent me home from school, and they said, he can't stay out of the bathroom. Well, by the time I got to the house, and my school was right across the road, so it was like no big deal. But when you're sick, it seems like it takes forever.
Right.
And it was only like 2,500 feet. But by the time I got in the house, I ran to the bathroom. It was both ends. I was like,
oh.
I thought I was dying. I was literally 9-year-old boy crying.
I'm sure that's the worst. Even
and my
for
mom was just like, I stood at the doorway when I finally thought, yeah, it's over. And the bathroom looked like, them old truck stops, you see in the movies. You don't want to touch. Even laying toilet paper on the seat wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Let's just say I helped Mom clean.
Oh.
Because the sink was right next to the commode. Thank you. Thank you, God. Whoever designed that house, thank you. But, oh, wow.
Yeah.
My mom, I guess it was about the time I was 3, changed out the little small trash basket in the bathroom. for a big one.
Hmm.
And, you know, because my older brother was in school and he was coming, he would get sick and stuff, and he'd give it to the rest of us. And so finally we were in there. It's like we had the big trash can, plastic trash can. And sure enough, you get sick, you're in there, you're holding that between your knees while you're sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that trash can was emptied every day just to make sure there was nothing in there when you had to use it. And that went on for several years. And then, you know, when my wife and I got married, she wanted to get a little one. I go, She goes, why? I go, go talk to my mom. She came back with a big, huge one.
I'm going to turn the damper on the stove. Still romping in here. Whew. Too much, man. It's too much. But to be fair, it's getting down to like 37 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So after we had damn near 70 degrees today, tomorrow's going to be the same thing. And then tomorrow night we'll be back 50, 60 degrees.
Today the high was 30. I think it got higher than that. Excuse me. But tonight's supposed to be down to 18 degrees.
In Kentucky, this is the time of year, Yossi, where we have all the seasons in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Barry. Yeah,
our fall, yeah, Bob. I mean, our fall and our spring are the same. They're winter doesn't want to let go. Summer doesn't. Summer is trying to sneak in before spring gets here. It's just.
Well, right now, winter is being very argumentative. It's like, it's warming up good. Winter's left. And next thing you know, winter's came back through the door saying, and another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was that way when I was in PA. Yep.
I think it should have been an indicator, because when I was starting to see that that ramp come up.
Yeah.
According to all the stuff that I've read, that ramp wouldn't come up until late March, early April.
Everything seems early down here too this year.
And the daffodils came up. Actually, the daffodils came up. Do you remember that, Carol?
Yep, I do.
A picture in Messenger.
Yep.
The daffodils came up before anything else did over here.
Yeah, it was right around the time that Gear in Missouri was having his hyacinths just start. I think.
Yeah,
his
it was crazy. Wow. And
our
they're still blooming.
Our daffodils are already blooming, and they're about that tall now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're beautiful.
I don't think we can grow them here. We can buy them at the store in pots, but I have never seen for Zone 10 daffodils.
I'm sure
they'll sell them in the
you can do it
store.
inside.
Yeah, inside probably is all I'm thinking too. Is what we can.
But I'm
I've
going to
seen
grab
them pop.
some. I'm going to grab some. When they lose their flowers, I'm going to grab some and put them in my yard, because my yard needs some color.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd probably get sunburned really easy. I would guess in Florida would probably scorch them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They do like sun, though. That's the thing. They do like sun.
Yeah, they probably just don't like cars.
And these are in the woods, but right now my woods have no trees on them, except for my woods have no trees on them. My woods have no leaves on them.
Is that sort of like the link is in the link?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but they've actually spread out somewhere around 100 feet in a radius around. Like the only place they haven't gone is in the driveway, which that goes without saying.
Yeah,
nothing's going to grow in the driveway except rocks and mud. So, but they actually going back towards the road towards my neighbors. They have just spread out, and which makes sense because 90% of our wind comes out of the west in that direction, going this way, so it blows all the seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Barry, that kind of sounds like lettuce. Lettuce actually likes sun in the morning and in the evening. Noonday, they want shade.
Yeah. That's why we're done with lettuce really quick.
Or
done with
my mom's garden, we put in some raised planter beds, and she had a
Mhm.
fruitless mulberry tree that was growing out over the raised planter bed. So the sun would come up and nail the beds in the morning, and then the evening it would get the beds. And she had the biggest harvest of lettuce because it had shade during the at the
yeah, the
afternoon.
hottest part of the day. I was trying to
But-
think of where in my yard because what's his name? Oh, that was terrible. Old Ways Gardening was telling me, not even a him. Old Ways Gardening was saying about my muscadine grape. It needs morning light and afternoon shade, and I'm like, okay, I have no place in my yard. I'm gonna need like a shade tent or something for this thing.
Mm.
But
That's the
Yeah.
funny thing about it, though. Since east is to my back right now,
yeah,
and the sun, there's definitely. I mean, we know how the sun works
Mhm.
in the winter and in the summer. It changes its its orbit around us, or actually, the other way around. But when it gets over in this area here, close to that cedar tree, he's putting shade over there where those flowers are.
yeah.
Denise,
And
Denise,
it's putting it there for
yeah.
a good 2 hours, and it'll be about 2:30, 3 o'clock before the sun pops back out away from that ridge to warm everything back up over here.
Mhm. Yeah,
The-
that's what I
That
had
ridge
to
is a little
kind of.
uneven.
Yeah, and you have a bigger area to like think that through. But it was like,
Bless you, Josie.
let's see, God bless you. See.
That's what's going on weird right now. In the morning, the sun. All right, so I got those to the east of me. I got all those cottonwood trees, but
Yeah.
sun is coming up past the cottonwood trees over the roadway, over the corner of my property across the street. Is when it comes up. But in the afternoon, it's already throwing sunlight onto the new patio and back.
Hmm.
And then it's setting over the roadway in the evening. So it's really making a sweeping arc,
Yeah, where you're at.
Now, in another month or two, it's instead of coming up over in this area, it's going to be over here.
Hmm.
So in a month, it's going to shift that much where it
Gosh,
comes up.
gonna have
Because
to watch.
that's right now, as the Earth is on its, the tilt coming through as it
Oh,
orbits
Sweet.
around. So, and it really makes a bigger difference up here than it does down in California, being this
Yeah.
much farther north.
yeah, I bet. That was sweet, Denise. Almost missed my favorite people. Thank you.
We love you, Denise.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's a certain spot over here too where the sun sets right now at this time of
Mhm.
year, where it looks like the woods are on fire. It just-
Oh wow,
the
yeah.
sun sets down just right.
I love the skies
it's
like
bright
that.
yellow and orange, and I can never
Yeah.
catch that on camera the way my eyes see it.
I know way we see
Yeah.
it. I know.
We
We have great.
I saw
It doesn't even come
Facebook.
close. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
like
saw
a
what?
picture of I saw on Facebook a
Mhm.
picture of like the structure that put water like a
Fountain.
fountain type
Mhm.
of fountain. It had like a boy putting water,
Hmm.
and there is a certain angle with the sound that the water seems like to be on fire
Oh
because
wow!
of the color.
Because of the color that's
Oh,
coming.
I
out
would
of the
have to see
reflection.
that. That would be so cool.
That would be. Yeah, all they can do with just angles and things like that and placement of the camera and the object is pretty cool. Yeah, I had that one picture. I think I put it on my Facebook of.
That's
Our-
one thing where the old-fashioned film cameras, the 35 millimeter cameras, are so much better than the digital ones.
Oh shoot! It's not going to show it. It won't pick it up. The
Yeah.
brightness probably is too much.
Where because my mom used to go through 5 or 6 rolls of film a week, and she had Minolta 101 to Minolta 102, the 202
Excuse me.
for her. she had all these cameras and stuff. And when she wanted to take sunsets and stuff, she one of the things I remember from her having to do is switch the film from the 100 to the 200 or 400 speed. And then she would adjust the apertures and all the other stuff you could do that you can't do on a digital camera.
Actually,
Yeah.
not to be a jerk or anything, but actually this phone offers all those same settings.
Oh, cool. Then, they're coming along.
That's the reason I bought it.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
It's got 3 cameras on it besides the
Yeah.
one on this side, but it's got
That's what I noticed
settings.
about my new one. Has 4 cameras, but I haven't figured out how to use them all.
Gosh, I only have like 3 and a sensor, and I'm an iPhone user. I'm like gypped.
I
Man.
have 2
Yeah.
in the sensor.
To be honest with you, Carol, I think that this Motorola phone is a knockoff of an iPhone.
Did you just
Bob
say
has. Bob, put that back up again. It looks like you got even more.
I know what was that?
I have like 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, he has 5.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh.
This right here is a fingerprint sensor.
Ah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I have this on my phone too.
I don't
Yeah,
use
ours
it.
is down. Ours is like,
This is the
well,
sensor.
this one I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I just don't use it though. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
Mrs. brought this phone home for me the other day. Like, yeah, oh, okay.
Oh, that was the one when you weren't feeling well.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that shows up or not. There's all the settings for it.
wow.
Yeah.
So each
Cool.
one of those has a
Awesome.
whole row of. Let's go to the camera to the shutters. You can either do automatic or you can choose it until the picture turns out the way you want it to by sliding that will open your lens.
What type phone do you have?
This is a Moto G Power,
Mhm.
G power.
and I bought it with YouTube in mind.
Because you're the G. You're the
Yeah.
G.
G.
This was the freebie Samsung I got from AT&T because they went to total 4G and away from the 3G, so they
That's what
had
this is,
to get the phone.
Yeah,
This is
one's,
AT&T prepaid.
this one's a 5G.
Here's my. This is from my Insta. This was on the way up towards Georgia. I took
Oh,
that.
nice. That's a
Nice.
nice picture. Yeah.
I was just Walmart parking lot. I was like,
Mhm.
That one that you took, Carol, and shared in Messenger, I made as a lock screen for my laptop.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I have even. What do you see? I'm trying to find these old. This one was down.
We're in the
That's
middle of the
barn.
road.
That one. Oops, it popped. I hate it when that happens. When you touch something, not
Yeah.
meaning to.
Yeah.
It's so
And it
sensitive.
does something you didn't expect. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just erase what you were like even doing.
Yeah.
It's like no. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, this is my first grandson. I'm up to a third now. That was our
Oh,
first
Mm.
little guy. That's my stepdaughter Katie. She's
Cute.
a natural redhead.
That's some of the pictures of my back deck, the bonsai behind it, and some of the. I think those are all strawberry plants in there. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
This thing, it takes nice photos, but and video too. It's got a good quality video, but John, it was just I didn't even ask for a phone. She just brought it home to me. Here you go. I was like, oh God, now I got to remember all these passwords. Damn it.
Oh, that's the worst part, right?
No.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
That's where you got Bluetooth and
Mhm.
stuff. You can there's a setting in your phone, even if it's Apple or Android, both have it.
Yeah.
It will do all that for you to transfer.
I thought so
everything from
too,
your-
but then they want
That's right,
more-
Carol. You had trouble with yours, didn't
more
you?
security. Like if you have
Mhm.
two-factor, they really put you through the ringer. Oh, that's a great picture of her, Bob.
That's my sexy, Mrs. Sexy.
Here's the one I was trying to show.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm surprised, Bob. She doesn't cover her face.
This was
Yeah,
back
you caught
this was
one.
back. This was years ago. Yeah, and it's one of those stolen shots. Like,
Well, She should let herself be photographed more. She's pretty.
I agree. She's a beautiful woman.
You weren't kidding. You weren't pulling her leg.
I took that. That's on the intercoastal.
That's her.
Now, that photo, Carol, should be in a calendar.
Oh, thanks, but that's just the intercoastal that night when you're looking out and the sun's setting. That's another one from the same night.
That's and
Our skies. I love our skies. That would be what's so hard to like leave here. Would be
Carol has like that talent for choosing just the right composure for a picture.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I have that.
The last
Thank
three that
you.
you showed us.
Oh, thanks. I always love. I love. I would like ones that Court shares. She's got a real good eye for that.
Her flower photos are amazing.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Oh, got the G spot. Yep, he's got the G spot.
You finally spotted that?
Right.
Yeah, that was like 8 minutes ago. No,
Yeah.
sorry, 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna point it. I
Oh,
wasn't gonna
Mrs.
point
is
it
home.
out.
Sorry.
Mrs. is home.
Leave it to me.
Oh no, I didn't. I couldn't think of anything smart to say about it, so I was like, I'm gonna leave it to somebody else.
That's scary. What Homestead Aquarius said is that people are reporting that
Oh yeah,
the sun is hitting sides of their house that have been hit before, and they've been. That's
yeah.
weird.
That's what some of the people are saying. Like I said, the sun rays, changes and everything. They're saying it around here. Yeah, the sun over the last 10 years has gotten really weird up here. It's moving in different things, and it's doing a different arc as it goes through the sky.
Wow, that's bizarre. Are we like in that movie where we can take a boat out to the very edge of the ocean and knock on it? Like, what was that? I can't. With Jim Carrey.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of that too. I was thinking that the Newman Show.
Yeah,
Newman.
the Newman Show. That would be so. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? That would be horrible. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
That we got out to the edge of the ocean and
no.
Or
To
even
realize
worse, like
that
the
you
Matrix,
all
waking up
rise-
in a thing.
Is scripted.
yeah, to find out all your life is scripted, and then you've been living in basically an aquarium for somebody, or a what do you call it, terrarium?
No, that would be just perfect, wouldn't it? Like, really?
I'm like,
Really?
what would be worse is you get out to the outside and you tap it, and all of a sudden something lifts up the top.
Oh, jeez.
Pushes back in.
Mushrooms?
Mhm.
Oh, mushrooms.
And a rotted log.
Yeah.
That's usually what they like.
Mhm.
That's where
They
you.
do. Mhm.
Yeah, you see, that's where you put the spores, and you can put them in your garden. Actually, you can put logs alongside. I saw this one guy. His name is his channel's name is the Spicy Mustache, and he's got this crazy mustache in the picture. But he has inoculated logs because he wants to make the most out of all his garden space, and so he has them laying along his beds and stuff like that, and grows mushrooms that way. Oh, and he also does it with his mulch. Inoculates his mulch. So then when he lays, so he's always got like a lot of polyculture going.
Nice.
Hamster wheel. Did you just home to work as the hamster wheel that keeps the place running? Did you go backwards in our live when we were talking about hamsters?
No, you're talking about the hamster wheels, what's powering the
Got it.
imaginary place we're in.
Mm,
Got it.
yeah. Blue water of the Philippines. Oops.
Pretty.
It flipped around.
I know it went
Yeah.
back, right? Mine did.
Criminal thing.
Because
Criminal.
the way you hold it, the tip of your finger touches the screen.
Oh,
That was
okay.
really
That's
bad
very
because my screen is end to end.
Mhm.
So no matter where
Yeah.
I touch it, if my
Tick.
finger touches it,
Yeah, mine's
me too.
bigger. My
Gotcha.
screen's
Okay.
bigger.
Now I
too.
know. Now I know.
Passamaquoddy says that equator has shifted.
Well, I think it has the equator. It has to do with the axis of the Earth has shifted.
Yeah,
so
that's
the
what I've
equator
heard,
is shifted, and
pole.
also with the pole because it shifted the polar, the pole has walk around. The magnetic pole is speeding up some too. It's a bunch of things added together, making
Pretty.
ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
blue water out there in the
I want to
Philippines.
be there.
Yeah.
I know, right? I need to be
Mhm.
there.
So,
I can't wait
yeah.
to get back again. Yeah, it's nice there, man.
Yeah, I heard it like polar shifting is happening, and that's what a lot of the issues.
The magnetic polar shifting is going on. The actual polar shift
I'll be right back, Yost. You might get some
isn't
Tylenol.
supposed to happen
Okay.
for another 20, 30 years.
Okay. So
And that's
what
supposed
is
to
it
be
like
the
a polar?
big-
Oh, that's the flip. Yeah, the polar shift though is just what we're talking about.
Yeah, just kind of moving around, and the fact that the Earth wobbles. The Earth doesn't rotate. The Earth wobbles on its
Wobble, wobble?
axis. Yeah, wobbles.
And wobble.
And so as it wobbles a little bit, like a top, it wobbles a
Mhm.
little bit,
Yeah.
but it's at an angle as well. And as it's going around the sun, as it wobbles, we get different things. And the wobbles aren't quick. These wobbles aren't quick. They take decades to do.
Yeah.
So,
Then that would make sense why it's changing. That would make sense.
A bunch of baling wire and bungee cords that'll hold it all in place.
That's right.
don't forget the bubble gum and duct tape.
And
Yes.
duct tape. Duct tape is the secret weapon.
Yeah. And toothpicks you can insert into holes that you've over. Oh, never mind. I can't say that because
What did you say, Brazil or something like that? Oh, okay.
I didn't mean for that to come out perverted. And as I started to say, I'm like, oh, that's going to sound horrible.
Just stop. Just stop.
I did. I can't even explain
For
it.
a continuation of that story, wait for next Friday, and it'll pick up after 12 o'clock Eastern time.
There you go.
Listen, if I'm not there, you can
Yeah.
say anything.
Yep.
Either that or this Sunday after 12 o'clock on Wide Family Farm.
Well, by then we'll
Be right
have
back.
forgotten what was said, so it doesn't
Oh
matter.
yeah, it'll be something different. Mhm.
Yeah, I can't even remember the word I made up that we were all like laughing just our butts off last night about. But I miss you, Yossi, when you're not there. But I know you're a Shabbat, so it's Shabbat
Yeah.
is more important. The sun seems to be setting further north. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've noticed that too, Steph, is that but because as far north as we are, because the tilt has turned a little bit besides the wobble, everything else, so it's rising farther in the south right now, and it's setting farther in the north.
See, I have a sun that sets in the west and rises.
Yeah, what I
in-
mean, but east and west, but it tilts a little bit, so
Okay.
it's rising east by southeast.
Got it. Okay. I
And-
thought so, but I just had to clarify and make sure.
Yeah, it's just a little bit off kilter.
Okay. I just had to. It's like maybe it's the way my state faces, but mine's east-west.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the whole world's gone off kilter due to politics.
Probably. I agree.
That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
And all
Well-
the people shifting where they want to live. That's what's
The
happening.
name of the live was Carol earlier.
What's what? Oh yeah, the Saturday. Because you were missing Friday. I don't even know how that came up when we were talking about doing a Saturday because you were going to miss the Friday.
Yeah.
And then just like, let's do a Saturday. Oh, because I was going to just maybe do that one because I hadn't gotten sleep. I was going to just maybe do that with you. I was really rethinking of doing Friday, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it. You know, sleep is for when you're dead, is what some people say, but I like sleep. I'm sorry. I just don't get any. Like, hardly. I like it though. When I get sleep, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Carol.
good, all right.
Yep, he did it. Because I missed him. And I missed our Saturdays. But I also missed him on Saturday because he was doing Saturday for a little bit. And now that he's in the global, what's the new name? Global gardening and homesteading.
Gardening and homesteading skills or whatever.
Is it competition or no? Oh, then you don't like it? Okay, fine. You don't have to like my ideas. It's okay.
All right, Robert. What's the official name again?
We can't remember it yet.
Community, I think.
Yeah, community.
Garden, global garden community.
Global gardening and homesteading community? Something like that.
I've seen several people put skills instead of community on theirs, on their tags. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're going to have some trouble working
Global
that out.
gardening and homesteading community.
Community. Okay, so it is supposed to be community, not skills. Okay.
It might qualify as a skill, though, that they're putting in the community. So maybe they're doing both.
Not to be confused with the global gardening and homesteading commune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Gil had to let me know that early on in meeting him.
Oh, dude, is that Cincinnati chili?
Now it's Filipino style spaghetti.
Oh.
Leia made this and sent it home for me. Miss Leia. Thank you, Miss Leia.
Wow. I need women like that in my life.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's why we asked.
Well,
That's why we asked.
Sometimes you only need a neighbor like that.
True.
Oh, okay. I see now. He has it that the gardening homestead skills follow the leaders, not the members. Okay. Okay. Now it's starting to make sense. Thank you, Robert, for explaining it.
Yeah, it gets confusing.
Yes, but Homestead Aquarius, unless you're the lead dog, the view never changes.
Well,
Because you're always looking at the butt
yeah,
of the
at a
dog.
butthole of another dog. Yeah. Yeah.
Took me a second too. I was like, huh? Oh. I guess you should be happy they're not all pugs that do sleighs.
If you are a dog, you don't mind that view.
Normal.
Normal. Yeah, if you are a dog, it's fantastic. Look at my view. And it smells too. Wow, just like
dude,
Charlie, what did you eat last night, Charlie?
you probably would
Is that
know.
lasagna?
Yeah. You got the last fish of the season, didn't you? I knew the master loved you more.
They probably are saying stuff like that. Yeah, I remember you.
Oh, you got the wet dog food, dude.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The lead dog up there had chili last night.
Oh, you're horrible. Yes, we need to follow that
They're
lead.
probably going to run faster to find out what the smell.
I don't know either how they get so messed up because we need it like all written out and put in maybe the community tab rather than in a video. After the video plays for a week, put
Well,
it in.
I can explain that one right now, Robert. You get 12 people. They witness an accident. You get 24 different versions. 3 of them were lawyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawyers have to say it again and again and again.
And they'll give you a different version every time.
Pretty much. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, Robert. I would probably not be doing that.
Yeah.
After a while.
Damn it, Bob! You went and got me hungry.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I just took my stuff for like
You're missing out, dude.
cleanse-
This is Filipino style.
my cleansing stuff. So
I'm trying to lose weight, and that's just so would kill my diet.
Okay.
Oh, dang, dude, dang!
It's low carb. That's like torture.
Oh,
Low to no
Oh.
carb. Eat pasta in front of one of them.
oh yeah,
Hey, like the other day,
spaghetti. was one of my favorites. Spaghetti with different sauces on it, with chili on it, with man, it's just different. Oh man, oh.
Going gluten free is just as bad because it falls apart.
I see that glint in Bob's eye. He's laughing at me.
Mhm.
It's like,
It's delicious, man.
Dude,
Beautiful.
He can't be laughing and eating at the
Like
same
the other
time.
day, Becca came to Courtney's live with the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
oh my
And I'm
goodness.
sitting there going, oh,
I missed that one. Yum.
cheeseburgers.
Yum.
Hang on a second. Did I get? I
I
can't
miss
go there.
cheeseburgers.
I miss cheeseburgers too.
I don't.
Stop it, Gizzy.
Yeah, Lindsay. But I have
Mr.
become
Kosher
pretty
guy on the
creative.
panel.
I have become pretty creative, and I've figured out how to make burgers that aren't beef. So it tastes pretty close to it.
The black bean burger.
Mhm.
Which one do you like?
Okay.
Is it that one?
It's growing on me.
Yeah.
It's not.
I like the soya-based burger, but it's not good for me.
No, it's not good for any male. Shrinks things and makes other things bigger.
hmm
Okay.
Moves.
Boobs.
Yeah.
Subscribe to
man,
Homestead
boobs.
Aquarius. Ring the bell again. Damn it.
That's a bad example. Uh-oh.
There, I rang the bell.
Yeah, I got I'll get all my notifications on Camp Patton Family Compound, since that's the one that's I keep on Chrome, and
You'll see.
YouTube unsubscribed me again, so I've been missing out on
Fish.
his stuff.
Wow.
Crap.
Fish
Yeah.
from the Philippines.
That's
Char grilled.
I
Mm-hmm.
They
hate
do it
that.
on open fire.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't even. I totally get it because I still haven't switched. This is on one Facebook. It's on my family Facebook. My phone is on a different one. So when I go live, the links are on the other one, and I have to finagle around
Yeah.
because
my
I
phone
don't have the
keeps
switch
insisting-
over, like how we were saying, like all the stupid, what do you call it, passwords. I can't remember.
Oh
mine.
yeah. Well, my phone insists on saying that I don't have Chrome installed, which I do have Chrome installed.
Yeah, mine keeps asking for my Gmail, like my stuff too, my Gmail
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
Yeah,
asking
on my
me,
main
like,
screen, I got Chrome. On this one over here, I have Edge for Gray Man Prepping. And so, and then I also have Firefox over here if I want to do something on that I want either one of the other two to know about.
Okay,
I am not a fan of Edge. I think it's just a reincarnated Internet Explorer.
It's well,
Pretty much.
unfortunately, it's what the Internet Explorer is not supported on this iteration of Windows.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it even still around?
Well, on my
Internet
laptop
Explorer?
over here, I have Internet Explorer. It will not support Edge.
Oh, I didn't know Internet Explorer though was still around. I thought they changed it into something else for some
Well,
reason.
they've tried. They've asked me several times to upgrade to Windows 10. I go no.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
did
I
it turn? It turned into Edge? Like did?
Right. Exactly, Carol.
It took
turns
a
into
couple
Edge.
years there, but they brought
Mhm.
Edge in. It took a couple years to go.
That's why I thought they were phasing it out completely.
So,
Like-
Bill, you're on 7?
Windows 98. No.
Yeah,
Hey, I would have been all for it, dude. I mean,
Hey.
Yeah.
If I still had Windows 98 on one of my computers, my boys would be ecstatic because the MechWarrior plays the best on Windows 98, and they love it.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm using Edge right now, but
mhm.
it keeps sending me notifications to go to Windows 11, and no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I get that.
Just leave it alone. You know.
Yeah.
This laptop is a dual boot, so actually it has another partition on the hard drive that will run Linux. So
Yeah.
When you-
Right now, I
when
got
you
a
start-
permanent notification down that says Windows 11 version 22H2 is now available. No,
No, thank
notice
you.
that 22 version 22H2.
Yeah, for me, if it works, leave it alone.
Yeah,
Just leave it alone. Yeah,
that was
that's why.
my dad's theory all the time too. If it works, don't mess with it. He used to get so mad when we would watch HGTV and the people would have like a really nice kitchen, but it just wasn't the colors anymore. And it was maybe like 5 years old and they wanted something new. He'd be like, what the hell are they doing? That's a perfect, great kitchen. Why?
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed a weird thing with this new phone. Okay, I use Windows 10 Movie Maker thing for all my videos. It
Yeah.
splices them together and all that. It won't process through Windows 10 Movie Maker with this new phone. I can make a video, but it has to be one shot and then slide it right over to upload a raw file. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird? It won't accept it. It will not. Windows 10 will not splice these clips together. It won't work.
Well, you can edit on your phone.
Yeah, you can
Windows
get
10?
an editor. You can get an editor on the phone,
Yeah.
but they have all kinds of apps.
Yeah, there's an editor. Windows 10 sent me a link to go to an editor, an upgrade to it, but I gotta pay for it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I can still use my old
Filmora
phone.
has a free one, I think. Doesn't Filmora have a free one? Their base level
I've used
one.
Filmora. Yeah,
Yeah,
But
Filmora's
I-
free.
I can still use my old phone for on
There you
Windows 10. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. So
Mine-
that one becomes like your video.
right.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing away. I'm laughing at the autocorrect that happened to Homestead Aquarius.
Hurting. I was wondering what he was writing about.
My phone could edit. The only thing I wished it was able to do was to import another video into the one that I'm actually editing. That way I could insert
Yeah.
other scenes, but it doesn't
mhm.
offer that. Just the video that you are working on at the moment.
Yeah, there's probably some kind of editor on this new phone, but I just haven't looked for it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's brand new. Like you just got it. Like this
Just
past
got it.
week. Yeah.
Finally got it running where I can find all the files and all them, and so it just takes time.
Yeah.
I've been out pulling weeds and gardening instead of being in here on the laptop or the phone. I'm enjoying that much more.
You can hear him talking. You hear it?
Hey, Robert, you need to go into your dictionary settings for the spell check and change it from Ubonics back to normal.
You came back. Yeah. Is that the one that's been gone?
No.
Oh, darn. I thought it was the one that was MIA for a little bit. I love the coloring on the face.
Very.
So sweet.
Make me miss my little cat. I miss my old cat so much.
I would love a cat, except for we just don't have the house like set up.
This is paint, and for good reason. I mean, she looks like she ran through a paint factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect name for her.
She is what they call a tortoise.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a true tortoise? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, a tortoise and calico, what makes the difference? Is there like
the texture, not the texture, but the pattern of the
Okay.
colors.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many terms like with every animal for coloring.
There is, yeah.
I get
Then there's the muted tortoise shell, and
And on that note,
yeah,
on the end.
you wanted to hide that cat butt? Why?
End at the end.
Mhm.
have a good night, everybody. Thank you
Well,
for coming.
Mhm.
Good night.
All right.